Stakes in town, just ask the people here in the Stadium District. Alongside my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Great pitching matchup for you tonight. Still time for you to get out here and see it. Tickets are still available for the 6:45 pitching for the 6:45 first pitch, and that first pitch will be thrown by one of the Phil's top prospects in Mick Abel. He'll be matched up against a pretty good pitching prospect for the Toronto Blue Jays as well, Sem Robersa. This one promises, Jake, anyhow, on paper to be a very good pitching matchup.
It's a pitching matchup certainly worth getting excited about. Sem Robersa has had a really strong season so far for New Hampshire. Split last year between High A Vancouver, Double A New Hampshire. Had a strong year, but this year has really turned it on. Last time out against Harrisburg was really strong, turned in a quality start, no runs allowed. And on the other side, Mick Abel for the Reading Fightin Phillies. He has turned in back-to-back starts, which I think may be his two best starts as a pro. Went 6 innings both times, which is just a third of an inning behind what is his career high of 6 1/3, which came with Jersey Shore last year. But he's looked really good. Season high 8 strikeouts last time. The fastball is starting to flash some more velocity, touching 96, 97, getting as high as 98, 99. And he's looked really good. The confidence, is there. He's slowly getting there. He looks like a completely different pitcher, Bob, than he looked back on his first start he had against Richmond when he was pulled after just 2/3 of an inning.
Yeah, if you look at his numbers, he's got 25 strikeouts and 8 walks. 4 of those 8 came in that first start. As Jake said, he didn't make it out of the first inning against Richmond in that first weekend series. There's an awful lot more on the line in a lot of ways. I know if you're Mick Abel, you can't think this way, but if you're Mick Abel and you're 21 years of age, you also cannot help but think of the fact that there's a couple of prying eyes right behind the backstop. Philadelphia Phillies president of baseball operations, Dave Dombrowski, is in the house, and he is here to see Mick Abel pitch, see the development of Mick Abel, and see exactly where Mick Abel sits in the terms of the plans of things. Doesn't mean that Mick Abel, if he has a great night tonight, is headed out of town. It just means that Dave Dombrowski, with the fight with a big club on the road, has the opportunity to go see the minor leaguers. Got a chance to see Griff McGarry, who got the start last night, and a chance to see Mick Abel. It's a pretty good trip for Dave Dombrowski to see 2 and 3 in the prospects. But, again, if you're Mick Abel, can't help but not know that Dave Dombrowski's sitting in row 1 in the box seats.
It's like, look, you're the JV baseball player in high school sophomore year. You have some potential. And the varsity team, they had a day off. Practice gets done a little earlier. And the varsity head coach shows up. And in your mind, you're like, oh, shoot. That's the guy I'm trying to impress. But, it can be tough. And mentally, it's certainly a tough roadblock to try and get over when the big guy, the boss, is there, because everyone always seems to, want to show what they got, want to work a little bit harder. But what I will give this group credit, and the hope is it can translate to Mick Abel on the mound tonight, is today they were very loose. Dave Dombrowski was leaning up against the cage the entire time for batting practice today, about 45 minutes to an hour. The guys were loose. They weren't any tighter, they weren't any quieter, any more outspoken than they usually were. They were having fun. They were hitting the ball well, putting on a good show for Dave Dombrowski, and the hope is Mick Abel can do that tonight. But, yeah, obviously the conversation with guys like Abel McGarry and Andrew Painter, when he eventually maybe comes back here, wherever he comes back, conversation is going to be, where do those guys pan out long term? Obviously, everyone looks at Andrew Painter as he has ace potential. But Abel McGarry are guys, too, that could be 1, 2, 3 in a rotation. Abel upside 1. The floor is a 3 or a 4. That's still really good for him. But he's got the stuff certainly to be a top end of the rotation guy. And we were talking about this pregame. I think a quote-unquote vintage Mick Abel start, I think might just be what the doctor ordered for this Fightin's team tonight, especially the way last night unfolded.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason why, because there were a lot of people who wondered where Mick Abel would ultimately end up coming out of training camp, because the guy we were talking about, Dave Dombrowski, held no punches back and said that the 5th spot in the rotation for the Philadelphia Phillies in this season, he said it throughout the offseason, that it was going to probably be taken by one of the young pitchers in our system, and obviously that meant Painter, Abel, or McGarry, one of those 3, and who was it going to be? Obviously the hope was it was going to be Painter. Injury changes all of that. So then why is Mick Abel necessarily, if he's not going to be the guy who's going to be that 5th starter, why is he not in Lehigh Valley versus why is he in Reading? And I think the reason he's in Reading is, among others, he didn't pitch a whole lot in Reading last year. He only came up at the tail end of the season. But if you're looking at Mick Abel to be a front of the rotation starter, then why not put him in a spot where he can be a front end starter, a 1 or 2, and be that guy whose job it is to do what his job is tonight, which is to stop a losing streak. It may only be a 1-game losing streak, but it's still his role tonight, which is to make this team be in a more competitive spot by going out and dealing for 6, maybe even 7 innings.
Yeah, a couple of things off of what you just said there, Bob, is first of all, just about the term of being a stopper. I feel like it's a conversation we've had multiple times, mostly with Tyler Phillips. We talked about it when we had him here on the Mike Sandwich Shop pregame show last week, and additionally after his start the other day when he went 5 perfect innings to start, was strong over 6 innings of quality work. We talked about it again. He just talked about he wants to be a stopper. The staff puts it upon themselves when the team's struggling, when the team's coming off a loss. How can I go out there and be the guy who flips the script, flips the turn? So, Mick Abel has that thought in mind tonight. And when you look just big picture at a guy like Abel within this organization, I've always been under the old adage that, like, AAA for a prospect is more like, that's that last stop. That's like when you're in the car wash and, the middles when they're really, getting all the grime and the dirt off the car. That's AA. That's where really all the work, all the development is done. AAA is more the end of the car wash. The little bit of a rinse off, tuning any finer details out. We saw it with Aaron Nola. Granted, different circumstance. Drafted out of college in 14, made his debut a year later. He was very quick in Lehigh Valley, and I think that's the point, is AA, and that's why I think we'll see Abel here for an extended period of time this year, because AA is a spot where you really develop. This is the biggest developmental phase for any prospect's career. By the time he gets to Lehigh Valley, that basically tells him, that tells the organization that Mick Abel's pretty much ready. We just need to fine-tune a couple of things and see how he does against ready hitters. But look, a AA lineup versus a AAA lineup, not really much of a difference. You usually see more prospects in AA than AAA anyway. So I think this is a really good spot for Abel, and I think he's going to be here for a while to really see what he has.
And you have to remember, he's 21 years of age. If he's in the major leagues in 2 years, he's 23, and he's still going to be considered a very young starting pitcher. So if he even stays here for all of this season, and maybe you look at him next year in the same scenario, where is he coming out of spring training? Where's the rest of the pitching staff coming out of spring training? And where does Mick Abel fit in? Maybe now, next year, if you look at him as a AAA pitcher in 2023 and a starter in 2024 in Philadelphia, again, he's still only going to be 23 years of age. So obviously the world is in front of Mick Abel, and I think it's really just a maturing standpoint for him on the field, off the field, dealing with people like us who want to get some time with him and have an interview with him and all those kinds of things that are going to come his way that he has to get used to. And the other thing to remember in all of this came out of the conversation I had with him in the Baseball Town Charities preseason interviews. He missed the entire 2020. I know almost everybody did, but he missed his high school senior season. That's the year he was drafted #1, and then obviously would go into the minor leagues and wasn't able to pitch at all. And then comes to 2021, and I think on a lot of parts because he didn't pitch a whole lot of 2020, he had some arm issues in 2021, so he didn't really have a full season of 2021. So in reality, last year was his first full season in professional baseball. So to say that Mick Abel is not on track because he's a AA is completely a misnomer. He is right on track right now.
Oh, without a doubt. Mick Abel is certainly right on track right now. I totally agree with you there, Bob. And that's the thing, is that, like, some people might look at Abel and say, oh, he's still only in AA. He needs to be in AAA by now. He needs to make that step up. Like I said a few minutes ago, I don't think there's any rush to make that step up because, you look at where most of the Phillies prospects stashed right now. It's here, Jersey Shore, and Clearwater's got a good bit too, but, like, most of the older prospects, they're here. They're in Reading. You got, Simone Muzziotti is in Lehigh Valley right now, playing really well. But he had a cup of coffee with the Phillies last year. But a lot of the guys that might factor into the longer-term plans of this organization, the Rojas's, De La Cruz, Wilson, Abel, Painter, McGarry eventually, Andrew Baker, like, those are all guys, younger prospects who pan into, I think, what this organization wants to do long-term. and I think this is the perfect spot for them right now.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the other side of the equation for that. You mentioned the three guys in the middle of Al Padrique's lineup on most nights. That's Carlos De La Cruz, Johan Rojas, and Ethan Wilson. Unfortunately, Johan Rojas rolled an ankle in Game 2 of this series. Did not play last night, is not in the starting lineup tonight. Kind of chomping at the bit. What Jake was talking about in batting practice. He's chomping at the bit a little bit to get back in the lineup. Hopefully, he will be back in there tomorrow. He was out shagging some fly balls. He was taking batting practice, so he is quite literally a day-to-day to get back in there. But he was swinging a great bat at the time, and they had a great thing going with the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. And they're the top 3 prospects in the Phillies' regular lineup on an everyday basis. Obviously, last night was not a good night with the bats. It'll be a good test for them as well. We're talking about Mick Abel. Toronto Blue Jays, the Major League affiliate of the Fisher Cats, will tell you, well, we want to see what Sam Robersa can do against those guys. It's a pretty good pitcher. He's the number 7 ranked prospect in the Blue Jays organization. So it'll be a good test for the De La Cruzes and the Ethan Wilsons, the Matthew Kroons, to see how they can do against a very highly regarded prospect on the other side.
No, without a doubt. It's going to be, like you said, a good test for both ends. For Sam Robersa, it's going to be a good test to see how he fares against those powerful R-Phillies hitters. And on the other side, it's going to be a good test for the R-Phillies hitters, how they fare. They've seen a bunch of good pitchers this week. Paxton Schultz as well. Kloffenstein last night looked really good too. So certainly a lot of strong arms on this New Hampshire side. Obviously, Tiedemann you don't see this week after he left his last start with an injury, but still a lot of good arms this week and a good test. And Fightin Phil's on Wednesday, the bats did pretty well, but Tuesday, Thursday, not really much. So we'll see if things can flip back to the positive tonight.
Again tonight, Los Luchadores, as it is a Fiesta Friday brought to you by Savage 61 Dodge. 6:45 is first pitch. Fireworks to follow as the Phils and the Fisher Cats go after one another in Game 4 of the series. And Jake, before we started this series back on Tuesday morning in the morning game, we talked about this is a series after the Phils won the series in Hartford. They took 4 out of 6, and that's kind of the objective. If you can do that, you can get yourself in a much better position, start to climb up in the standings a little bit. Obviously, it didn't start out well with the 14-2 one-sided loss. They come back, a tremendous performance by Tyler Phillips on Wednesday night. They get the W. Last night was not a good night, and it kind of blew up on them in the 7th inning. But there's obviously 3 games left in this series, and it's still a winnable series for the Phils. So it really puts a lot of pressure on tonight, so to speak, because now they've got to win the remaining 3 games of this series to go ahead and win this series against a team in New Hampshire who is a 500 team throughout the year. These are the kind of series you've got to win if you're going to start to make the progression that everybody in that clubhouse believes they're capable of doing.
And that's the thing, and I think the way you need to look at this series now is break it down into parts. You lost the first 3-game set of this series. Now it's a brand new series. It's a brand new weekend set. Just approach it like they would in the majors. Brand new series, brand new set. You got your ace going on a Friday night. Get out quickly, win Game 1, and then you split the next 2. And at the very least, if you can take a split and the next week at Somerset, you have to feel good about that. But I just think mentally, mindset-wise, chop it in half. First 3 games are done. You lost the first 3. Now go win the next 3.
So we're going to find out how it all happens. You've been watching the pregame show. If you're watching us here on Tompkins Plaza live on Facebook, and we'll get you set now on our radio broadcast. First pitch coming your way. When we get back, we'll take a timeout back with starting lineups. And first pitch, Reading Fightin Phils, New Hampshire Fisher Cats, coming your way tonight.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the R-Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksorus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the R-Phils.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Our Phil's Fiesta Friday partner.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at FirstEnergy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information. White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the Our Phil's fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other Our Phil's fans, see an Our Phil's road game, meet with an Our Phil's player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The White Star Our Phil's road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the Our Phil's in Altoona Thursday, meet with an Our Phil's player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Fightins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star Our Phil's fan road trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland. Space is very limited, so sign up today. Can't make it to the ballpark? The Our Phil's radio network has you covered. Legendary Berks County broadcaster Bob McCool is joined by Jake Starr, and they'll bring you radio coverage of all 69 Our Phil's home games in 2023. Tune in on the Fightin Phil's YouTube channel, Twitch account, Facebook page, or at rphils.com/radio.
The Savage Auto Group Ram Club puts you close to the action on the field with seating in the front 2 rows located directly behind the Fightin Phil's bullpen down the right field line. Fans will enjoy terrific waitress service and have counter space for their food and drink. Fans can reserve the area for 36 people or book any amount of tickets.
Keep up with everything Our Phil's on social media. Follow us for exclusive content such as highlights, interviews, features, and much more. Find us on Twitter at Reading Fightins, on Instagram at Fightins, on Facebook by searching Reading Fightin Phil's, and even on TikTok. Keep up with one of the mostly followed teams in all of minor league baseball on social media.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome the Muhlenberg Middle School Chorus with our rendition of our national anthem on an absolutely salubrious night here at Baseball Town FirstEnergy Stadium. Game 4 of a 6-game homestand for the Fightin Phils as they take on the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. The Cats 15-14 on the season. After winning last night's game by a score of 9-2, they have taken 2 of the first 3 in the series. Reading stands at 11-18. Alongside my broadcast partner Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Sit back and enjoy. We've got a baseball game for you.
followed by fireworks tonight. Great pitching matchup on hand as well. Let's take a look at our Golden Oaks Landscaping starting lineup for the Fisher Cats. Stuart Baroa back in leadoff spot tonight. He's playing in center field. Miguel Geraldo is the designated hitter tonight for the Cats. He's batting second. Batting third tonight is Will Robertson. He's in left field. Trevor Schwecke back in the lineup. He's at cleanup and at second base. Arelvis Martinez, who has been a problem child for the Phils so far in this series, he's batting fifth and at third base. Batting sixth is the shortstop, Luis De Los Santos. Batting seventh is the catcher, Phil Clark. Batting eighth, Sebastian Espino. He's in right field tonight. And batting ninth is the first baseman, P.K. Morris. And they will be facing right-handed pitcher for the Phils, Mick Abel.
Mick Abel, who's making his sixth start overall this season. He's 2-1 with a 2.53 ERA, 13 hits allowed, 8 walks, 25 strikeouts over 21 and a third innings pitched, a whip south of 1, and a batting average against of 173. Abel is coming off his 2 best starts of the year. Over his last 2 games, 12 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 runs. Has not allowed a walk and 14 strikeouts. Most recently, a win at Hartford 1 week ago tonight. And Mick Abel certainly will be looking to keep up that trend. You know, the RFL definitely needed after the way last night went.
Here is the defense behind Abel. Ethan Wilson is in left. Carlos De La Cruz cruising center field tonight. Johan Rojas again still on the shelf, hoping to be back in action tomorrow. We'll wait and see how that plays out. Garrett Whitley in right. Drew Ellis is at first base tonight. Oliver Dunn at second. Madison Stokes back at shortstop. Matthew Kroon at third. And veteran catcher Max McDowell behind the plate for the 21-year-old right-hander Mick Abel, who faces Stuart Baroa. And Baroa, a switch hitter, bats left-handed against Abel, whose 99-mile-an-hour fastball is up high and away. Baroa shows bunt, pulls it back, and again Abel at 99 with the fastball, and again the same spot, up and away, and Baroa pulls the bat back. So Abel quickly falling behind, 2 balls and no strikes. And up high again, so he misses 3 straight out of the strike zone, all up high. And Baroa sits at 3-0. He's at 270 on the season, 7 doubles, 3 home runs, and 12 RBIs. 3-0 pitch to him is right there at the letters for a called strike 1. Abel plus fastball, consistently 97, 98, 99. Good curve, great slider, and a changeup that he's been developing as well. Comes back again with the fastball. It's been all fastballs so far from Abel as he's reestablished the strike zone. Now he's got the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Baroa fouls one back. Baroa had been batting predominantly in the leadoff spot for the Fisher Cats, but Leo Jimenez, who was doing a great job for them out of the leadoff spot, got shaken up in Game 2 of this series. Actually had to be replaced during the game and has been on the 7-day disabled list as a result. And Abel misses, a little frustration on the part of Mick Abel as he misses well out of the zone on the breaking ball. And so Stuart Baroa ends up working a walk out of it. Leadoff base runner here in inning number 1.
Abel went fastball heavy that first at bat to Baroa and then tried to drop a slider towards the back foot of the lefty, but couldn't get Baroa to bite on it. So Abel quickly moves to the stretch, 1 batter in.
I'll bring up Miguel Geraldo, 264 on the season. Big lead for Baroa. He takes off, and he will steal the base without even a throw.
Rolled a stolen base on Baroa. That's his 11th of the year so far.
Al Padrique is going to come out and argue.
Unless they caught a ball, because the umpires pointed at the bags.
That must have been it. It had to be it, because you're right. I saw the umpires pointing, and I wasn't quite sure what they were doing, because, again, there was not even a throw on the part of McDowell, and I just assumed it was because Baroa basically had a walking lead. So it must have been a balk called. Al Padrique comes out to question the umpires as to exactly what it was, but Baroa will stay at second base. The pitch, by the way, to Geraldo was another ball. So 8 pitches thrown by Abel so far, 5 of them balls. As a result of that, Baroa's on base. This one ripped into the gap into left center field. It's going to find grass and it's going to bounce all the way to the fence. Baroa will roll around third base easily and score in a stand-up double
by Miguel Jurado, and the Cats strike first.
Definitely a different script than we have seen from Abel so far these last couple of games. 5th double of the year for Jurado, RBI number 9 as well for the DH. But now for Mick Abel, the question becomes, how do you respond to adversity? Because there wasn't a lot of it the last 2 starts. Pretty much did what he wanted to do, but tonight, a little bit different.
That'll bring up Will Robertson, left-handed hitter, with Geraldo now at second base. Still nobody out and a run across. Robertson hitting at just .203 on the season. 14 hits in total. 10 of them, however, have been for extra base hits. The first pitch by Abel again misses low and inside. He was missing high early, now missing low and inside. Now he misses outside. So issues control-wise for Mick Abel. Falling behind the hitters. He's already behind in the ball game. The Cats having a run home. Takes a look back at second, comes to the pitch, and Roberts swinging and fouls it out of play. Robertson on the on the series so far, he's got 4 hits, 4 for 13, and he's hit for the cycle. He's got a single, a double, a triple, and a home run for his 4 hits. Again, he's hitting just .203 on the season, but 10 of his 14 hits are extra base hits on the year. 2 balls and a strike to him right now. And that one at the letters for a called strike 2. So now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
92 on that last one from Abel. Took a little bit off of it. Looked like he went to a changeup there. About 6 miles an hour slower than we've seen from his fastball.
2-2 pitch. Robertson checks his swing. They'll appeal. They say he did not. Good block by Max McDowell. Keeps Geraldo from being able to move up to third base. So the count again full. Second full count that Abel has run so far now on the 3rd batter of the game. Robertson originally from Loose Creek, Missouri. Played his college baseball at Creighton. 2nd team all Big East for the Blue Jays. 3 balls and 2 strikes. This one lifted into left field. Ethan Wilson back to the track, to the fence, to the warning track, and makes the catch. Geraldo will tag up, and he'll move to third. It is a productive out for Robertson because Geraldo will now be at third with only 1 out.
Yeah, Robertson able to poke one the other direction, he does. Wilson makes a nice play in left, backtracking towards the fence in left center, but looks like the Phillies will bring the infield up, down 1-0 already in the inning. If it was still scoreless, probably see them play it back, but with already down by 1, want to try and cut off that run.
That'll bring up Trevor Schwecke. Schwecke did not play in last night's game, 2 for 7 so far on the series, including a double, a home run, and he's also walked 3 times in this series. And the first pitch from Abel again misses, ball 1. Back with a pitch that catches the outside corner. Schwecke didn't think so. The count now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. EPAW Weather Consulting, source for public and private forecasts. Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and northern eastern Maryland. Beautiful night here at the ballpark. 80 degrees our game time temperature. Wind blowing about 7 or 8 miles an hour out to right field. Schwecke checks his swing on a pitch up high. And again, Abel falls behind. 2 balls and a strike. Cesar Martin, the 3rd-year manager for the Fisher Cats, coaches at third base. Chris Schaefer coaches at first. Runner at third. 1 down. Pitch. Schwecke again checks his swing on a pitch that's way inside, and now it's 3-1.
See what Abel does here. Does have a base open against the cleanup man, but the guy on deck, Elvis Martinez, 4th in the Eastern League in home runs with 7. So it's not like you're pitching around Schwecke to get to Martinez.
3-1 pitch. Way inside again, ball 4. So clearly some problems for Mick Abel tonight in control. And he's now got runners at the corners. And that's going to get a visit from his pitching coach.
Here comes Brad Bergeson to talk with Mick Abel. No action in the Phillies bullpen. Still very early in the game. Abel up to 20 pitches already. But look, you can roll a ground ball here. That instantly changes the dynamic of everything. But, you know, 1 batter, 1 out at a time. It looks like they'll play corners up, infield, middle, back to turn 2. as home plate umpire for tonight will make his way out to the mound, and Ethan Gorsak.
Runners at the corners, one out, already a run in for the Fisher Cats. And Mick Abel just seemed a little bit uncomfortable. There were a couple of times where he looked like he was kind of looking down at the pitching rubber, looking like he was just not comfortable on the mound for whatever reason. And he certainly hasn't been comfortable in terms of how he's delivering the baseball, as he's walked 2 already in the inning, sandwiched around a Miguel Geraldo double. He's got himself in a pickle here with Elvis Martinez stepping to the plate. And he's going to be a tough guy to walk. Elvis Martinez is hacking when he's in the on-deck circle. 116 batting average, a triple, and 7 home runs. 8 of his 10 hits are extra base hits, including 3 home runs in this series. 0-1 pitch is driven into left field. Ethan Wilson will turn and say goodbye. Elvis Martinez delivers again on a 3-run bomb that clears the Seidel Auto Group deck, and it's a 4-0 jump for the Fisher Cats.
Ball absolutely crushed by Martinez. That is his 8th home run of the season. We said he entered tonight 4th across the Eastern League in home runs. Now that'll tie him with another friend of ours from 2 weeks ago, Henry Davis from Altoona. 2 of them tied for 3rd with 8 now. That ball 402 feet, 108 miles per hour off the bat. That was a no-doubter. Pitch right about thigh high, gave it a ride.
So that will bring up Luis De Los Santos, as Abel now has got to work with a clean deck and try to work for some pride now. He's down 4-0 early. The first pitch to De Los Santos is a swing and a miss. Abel quickly back with a beauty of a curveball that locks up De Los Santos. That quickly he's ahead of him, no balls and 2 strikes. It's like a completely different guy all of a sudden. That's what he was not doing early, which was getting ahead of hitters. Now he makes him look silly as De Los Santos goes down on 3 pitches.
That at-bat right there is exactly what you expect from Mick Abel. And the hope is to, look, say you get out of this inning around 30 pitches. Take a deep breath. Hopefully your offense can scratch a run or 2 across each inning to battle your way back in this game. Just got to come out next inning if you're able with a clean slate. If you can give 4 or 5 tonight, innings of clean baseball from here, it's still something to feel good about.
That'll bring up Phil Clark. Clark, left-handed hitter, and the predominant catcher for the Fisher Cats as he steps in. First pitch to him is up and in for a ball. Jake gave you the numbers for Mick Abel. Coming into tonight's game, he had given up just 8 walks, but 4 of them came on that first start of the season on Game 2 in Richmond, where he did not get out of the first inning, including walking 2 with the bases loaded. Through 33 pitches, and they took him out in that inning, in that first inning. This one rolled on the right side. Oliver Dunn, the second baseman, up with it to make the throw to first in time. And that will do it for the Fisher Cats here in the first. But it's a loud one for New Hampshire. They put 4 across. They do so on 2 hits. They leave none. It's the Phils to the bat for the first time when we come back to Baseball Town. The Cats on top, 4-0.
Gear up for Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at FirstEnergy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selections of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading Hot Dogs gear, plus throwback black R-Train R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phils Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt, and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Fans, nothing beats a great day at Golden Oaks Golf Club. Located just minutes from Reading, Golden Oaks is a beautiful, award-winning golf course open to the public with perfect greens, lush fairways, and a course playing for 5 sets of tees. Bogey's Pub is open to the public with the area's best full-course menu, featuring indoor and outdoor seating and TVs to watch your favorite sports teams.
Let the Golden Oaks Golf Club team cater to your need. Lunch, dinner, golf outings, parties, company events, and fundraisers. Visit our website at GoldenOaksGolfClub.com and follow Golden Oaks Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. Golden Oaks Golf Club, where great memories are made.
Back to FirstEnergy Stadium. Time now for our Golden Oaks Landscaping starting lineup for the Fightin' Phils. Madison Stokes again in the leadoff spot. He's at shortstop. Carlos De La Cruz back in a 2-hole. He's in center field tonight. Drew Ellis bats third. Ethan Wilson in the cleanup spot. Matthew Kroon will bat fifth. He's at third base. Batting sixth, second baseman Oliver Dunn. Batting seventh is catcher Max McDowell. Batting eighth, the designated hitter tonight is Wendell Rijo. And batting ninth is right fielder Garrett Whitley. Facing right-handed pitcher Sem Robersa on the mound for the Fisher Cats. First pitch to Stokes is low for a ball. Right back, Stokes rolls this one foul and out of play. So the count even now to Madison Stokes. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Robersa for New Hampshire, making his 7th start of the year, 0-2, a 3.64 ERA.
Comes with a changeup, it looks like there, and Stokes way out in front of it. He gets ahead of him now, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
18 hits allowed, 12 walks, 30 punch outs over 29 2/3.
1-2 pitch. Stokes takes down low for a ball. Now the count even at 2-2.
Last Saturday went 6 innings, allowed no runs on 1 hit, picked up 7 strikeouts and a no decision against Harrisburg. Split last year between Vancouver and New Hampshire, 4-7, a 3.23 ERA over 22 starts.
Again, Stokes lays off the pitch low, and it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes to Madison Stokes. So much more patient at bat now for Madison Stokes. He had been swinging at some first pitches at that leadoff spot and struggling a little bit of late. He's just 1 for 13 in this series, and he had been swinging a hot bat prior to the series getting underway.
Stokes was 7 for 19 with 3 runs driven in last week at Hartford.
3-2 pitch, swing, he fouls it at the plate. He stays alive. Madison having some trouble. He's wearing sunglasses up there. I'm not sure if it's the sunglasses that are bothering him or if it's something in his eye. Full count to him. Up and in, and spins him off the plate, almost hit him. And so Madison Stokes does what you need to do when you're down by 4 runs in the first inning. Let's get some base runners. Stokes gets on board with a walk.
And that's the mindset has to be, is one batter, 1 base runner, 1 run at a time. Can't be thinking about getting it all back with 1 swing of the bat. You just have to win each at-bat, win each battle. You're down 4-0 when there's a lot of baseball left to play.
And again, this has been a good hitting lineup. Struggled to get some hits last night. It's Carlos De La Cruz, the most consistent hitter all season long, steps up to the plate, and off-speed pitch has him way out in front. De La Cruz under 300 for the first time in a long time. He's at 291 as he steps in. Team high 6 home runs, 13 RBIs to go along with it. As Stokes takes his load off of first. De La Cruz hits it high and deep, and say goodbye. Carlos De La Cruz off the top of the scoreboard, cuts the deficit in half. It's 4-2.
Carlos De La Cruz going for Elvis Martinez, chasing him in the rankings. 7th of the year. That's 5th in the Eastern League. Hits at 390 feet, 109 miles per hour off the bat. Took a slider deep that just hung up over the plate. Well, just like that, it just feels like the vibes of this entire game have shifted just like that.
I thought for a moment he might hit it right off his face on the scoreboard, but he actually outdid that. He hit it on the top of the FirstEnergy sign. It is on top of the scoreboard for the 2-run bomb for Carlos De La Cruz, and we're now in a 4-2 game as Drew Ellis steps in. And Ellis, who's hitting at 250 since joining the Phils, out of extended spring training. Drew Ellis takes the first pitch for a ball. And takes the next one for a ball as well. Ellis, a double and 3 home runs on the season. 7 RBIs to go along with it. Hit a home run earlier in this series. And Robersa misses inside. So Mick Abel got himself in trouble by walking the first batter. And now Robersa does the same, and Ellis rips one down the third base line, and that's going to find green grass and roll all the way down to the corner. Ellis rounds first, and he'll roll into second base with a stand-up double.
Drew Ellis gets himself his second two-bagger of the season. Remember in the pregame show when we talked about the potential for the pitching duel that we were going to see tonight? Well, I'm going to have to just delete that video and throw it away forever because, boy, were we wrong. We might be in for some fireworks tonight before the actual fireworks.
I did say that as well on the pregame show, that there are fireworks after the game. We'll see if there's any during the game. Well, there's been some in the first inning for sure. And the Phil's still without an out here as Ethan Wilson stands to the plate. And Wilson swings and misses at the first pitch. Ethan just 1 for 8 in this series after a outstanding series on the road last week at Hartford. He's still hitting at .344 on the year. Still leads the team in RBIs with 18. Fouls this one at the plate, and now he's quickly in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. Today's Phil's team leader, brought to you by cross-country mortgage loan officer Johanna Arias, is Ethan Wilson. And his team-high 18 RBIs and team-high .344 batting average. That's today's cross-country mortgage loan officer Johanna Arias, Phil's team leader. Contact Johanna at 484-554-9969. You can email her at johanna.arias@myccmortgage.com. 0-2 pitch. Ethan Wilson lays off as Robersa tries to get him to chase, and he does not. So the count now 1-2. Robersa, the number 7 prospect in the Toronto Blue Jays organization, born in Zeist in the Netherlands. Signed as a free agent in 2019, comes with an off-speed pitch, and Wilson way out in front of it. And Ethan Wilson's struggle in this series continues as he is out number 1 here in the first.
Yeah, Robersa's tried to get that breaking pitch down. You saw he left it up to De La Cruz. That time he's finally able to get a dive below the knees, and it's a good pitch. It starts, just above the knees, looks like an enticing strike, and then takes that dive at the last second. Got Wilson to swing over it.
So that will bring to the plate Matthew Kroon. Matthew at .271 on the season, 5 doubles, 2 home runs, 16 RBIs. A spot for another one here with Drew Ellis taking his lead off of second. 1 out in the bottom of the first. 2 runs across for the Phils, looking for more. Ellis dances a little bit further off the lead to try to rattle Robersa a little bit. Comes to the pitch to the plate, misses badly. Now the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike to Matthew Kroon.
I think the ump may have missed a potential pitch clock violation there. Looked like the clock went out, but it's like they're gave Robersa at least an extra split second there.
18 seconds on the pitch clock with a man on base, 14 with bases empty in minor league baseball. This one ripped into center field. Stuart Baroa cannot make the catch. It's off his glove and on the ground. Ellis had a hold up. They're going to wave him around. The throw is cut off, and the Phils will get another run as Matthew Kroon winds up at second base. It's a long run for Baroa. He got there, it hit his glove, and he dropped it. But Al Padrique was pumping the arm around and sent Drew Ellis home, and he ends up scoring without a throw, and the Phils are now within a run.
That ball was crushed, too. Kroon smoked it, 113 off the bat towards the left center field gap. That's one that Baroa, it's a tough play regardless. It's going to go down as a base hit, a double for Kroon, because it's definitely not a routine play, as Baroa was playing over in right center, ranged over towards left center, and just had it tip off the top of his glove, and just like that, it's a 1-run game.
And just like that, we're going to get another pitching coaching visit, this time by Drew Hayes, the pitching coach for the Fisher Cats. Is he going to now try to settle down his young pitcher? By the way, in addition to Abel and Robersa both being top prospects in the organization, they're both also only 21 years of age. So they're young pitchers and getting rattled a little bit by some thunder off the bat for both teams in this game. The Fisher Cats put up 4 in the first. The Phils have 3 back with a man on second base and still only 1 out, and Oliver Dunn to the plate. Dunn responsible for all the offense last night for the Phils with a 2-run home run. 264 as he steps in. That home run, his second, 13 RBIs to go along with it. Here's a slow roller up the middle, and the shortstop De Los Santos in a perfect position because he was guarding the bag with the runner there, and he makes an easy play to get Dunn out. Does allow Matthew Kroon now to move up to third base. He's 90 feet away from tying this game.
It's a productive out, and it's one thing that the team was working on in batting practice today. Lots of situational stuff. Hitting Coach Tyler Henson would, quickly go, move the runner, 2 outs, infield in, infield back, and that's a perfect less than 2 outs. Move the runner situation, hit behind him, allow him to get the third.
I'll bring up Max McDowell. Max at 250 on the season. Swinging a really solid bat after a slow start. But he struggled in this series, looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 7 so far in the series. Now he's behind the count, no balls and a strike. This one fouled out of play. So McDowell now behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Again, Matthew Kroon, the base runner at third base. 3 runs across so far for the Phils. Trying to even this one up and allow Mick Abel to start it fresh. Even if they don't, it'll still be a much different approach for Mick Abel. As McDowell misses this way outside, because obviously his team has gotten him right back into it. So he's got to look at it from the perspective of, okay, we're right back in this. Now I got to shut them down on my half. So McDowell sits on a 1-2 pitch from Sem Robersa. This one again fouled out of play. Bursa's fastball considered a plus pitch for him, as is his curveball. They list him at just 185 pounds, and they're hoping that he could gain some weight, and with that, his fastball will get even better and more velocity as he does so. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the pitch, as McDowell rips it hard and fouled on the third base line. Al Padrique in his Los Luchadores uniform on a Fiesta Friday night, coaching at third base. Ray Ricker coaching at first base for the Fightins. Kroon takes his lead off of third. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Max McDowell. And it's right there at the knees for a called strike 3, and that'll do it for the Phils in the first. But a good one for Reading. They put 3 runs across. They do it on 3 hits. They leave 1 after 1. Fisher Cats 4, Fightins 3.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burke's Packing provides America's Classic Ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Manor Golf Club, established in 1928, is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania, located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown and Sinking Spring. The Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course. Shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information. Top half of the second inning, a 4-3 baseball game now with the Cats on top and batting here in the second. Sebastian Espino will bat for New Hampshire. Just at 163 on the season, 1 home run. It came last night, and it was a bomb. 1-0 pitch to him is fouled at the plate. Henry Davis, Jake mentioned him before, one of the top prospects in all of minor league baseball and for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Playing for the Altoona Curve, hit one that we said was at about 415 feet on the bank in left field over the Enterson's power deck. But Sebastian Espino last night hit one on the top of the Redners Event Center, and he hit the very top arcing beam above the Redners sign on top of that building. We do not know the estimated distance of that one, but it was a lot.
Hit it far. I think. And I was talking to you earlier today, but just like it can be deceiving with that event center there, because sometimes it looks like a routine fly ball. The next thing you know, it's hitting off the top of the event center.
And Abel will walk him to start the inning. Mick Abel, again, walks the leadoff man. It hurt him in the first. And now we'll see if he can offset that. It's been a struggle for Abel. 2 walks in the inning that allowed 4 runs to come across for New Hampshire in the first. And Now he walks Espino to lead off the second. It'll bring up the 9-hole hitter in P.K. Morris. Morris hitting at just 136 on the season as Espino takes his lead. The first pitch again is up high. That's where he was missing early. He's up high and away.
Well, no better best friend to a pitcher right now than a ground ball. Middle and double play depth.
And again, he misses outside, 2-0. Again, president of baseball operations for the Philadelphia Phillies, Dave Dombrowski, taking a prominent seat right behind home plate. Taking a look at one of the top prospects, the number 2 overall prospect in the Phillies organization, on the mound tonight for Reading. 2-0 pitch by him is a check swing, and they say he did not go around. And so he falls behind the 9-hole hitter, P.K. Morris, 3-0. 7 pitches now in this inning for Abel, and he's missed on 6 of them. And misses way outside again, ball 4. Back-to-back walks to start this second inning.
Abel 4 walks now, which matches the season high. Had 4 back on Saturday, April 8th at Richmond in his first start of the season. Went just 2/3 of an inning. Struggled with command that night, too.
So that will bring up Stuart Baroa, who got this game started by leading off with a walk and coming around to score on a double by Miguel Geraldo. So 2 on, nobody out. Baroa shows bunt, pulls it back, and the pitch is over for a strike. As Abel throws him a breaking ball there to start. Gets it over for called strike 1. Baroa again shows bunt, tries to bunt, bunts it foul and out of play. So now he's ahead of Baroa now, no balls and 2 strikes.
Be huge if you can get this out here. Get the leadoff man in the order out. Turn it over to Geraldo, the 2-man, who, yes, at the top of this order swang very well in the first inning, but still, if you get that out, still force an order, you can still see your way through.
So ahead, no balls and 2 strikes to Baroa. Abel takes a look back. The runner at second comes up high again. 99 on the radar gun, but missing up high with that fastball. And he's in a 1-2 spot now. Baroa 3 for 10 in this series. Switch hitter, batting left against the right-handed pitching, Mick Abel. Chases man up a little high perhaps and helps out Abel as he fouls it straight back. Staying alive at 1-2.
Most of the misses with the fastball tonight from Abel have been high and arm side, so looks like he might be overthrowing a bit early in this one. Just trying to settle things down, find that location.
1-2 pitch coming. Fouled away again. Good crowd on hand and continuing to fill up. Every time you turn around, there's still another section or so is filling up with seats. Grandstands on both the first and third base sides are full. Side auto group deck is full. And now the pool starting to fill up as well. Wilson junior high school kids coming on the deck tonight. Baroa literally throws his bat at the ball and somehow or another made contact with it. And when I say literally threw his bat at the ball, he literally threw his bat at the ball, and now he's got to go pick it up.
Yeah, the bat went to about, I don't know, say 40 feet from home plate between the pitcher's mound and the first base line.
That's
if you kind of draw a straight line.
He was trying to get the bunt to the first couple of pitches. He ended up getting the bat there, but not the ball on the bunt as he threw it. So it stays at 1-2 now. Abel looking for an out. 2 on, nobody out. This is way outside again. Just seems to be something mechanical with Mick Abel. The way he's missing consistently is almost as if he's not either following through with it, because when he's done throwing it, he seems to be kind of looking at his feet and or the dirt as if his mechanics are not right. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Comes in a beauty there, and Baroa swings and misses at it for a big strike 3.
And that last one looked better. What it looked like on the pitch before was like it was almost like he was forcing that back right follow-through leg to come through as opposed to kind of letting it happen naturally, where on that last slider that he threw, it felt like that finish, that follow-through, certainly was a bit better.
And I'm Leverett up and throwing in the Fightin's bullpen just in case. Leverett started this series in the morning game on Tuesday with just 2 innings. Comes to the plate, big swing by Geraldo, and he fouls it straight back. Geraldo doubled and scored and drove in a run his first at bat. Drove the first run home after the Fisher Cats ultimately put 4 across in the top half of the first. Reading countered with 3 in the bottom half. Back-to-back walks to start the second by Mick Abel, and now he strikes out Baroa. He's a ground ball away from getting out of any further damage here with Miguel Geraldo at the plate. Runners take their lead. Phils don't bother to hold them on. Checks his swing, but the home plate umpire says he went. Geraldo wants him to appeal. And our home plate umpire, Ethan Gorshak, said, I don't have to. You swung.
Yeah, Cesar Martin was not very happy with that call as he came almost halfway down the line. And then Geraldo takes time, I think, just to recollect himself after that last one.
Ethan Gorshak calling the balls and strike. Austin Snow at first. Tyler Whitty is at third tonight. No balls and 2 strikes now. This one fouled out of play. Geraldo chasing a little bit perhaps on that in a protective mode. That's the difference now for Abel with getting himself ahead in the count. He was able to do that with Baroa and forced him to try to chase to stay alive. Now he's got Geraldo in a similar spot. Big swing and an empty contact for Geraldo. He shakes his head as he walks back to the dugout. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Mick Abel, 2 down.
The slider has been on tonight. He is getting great movement with that slider. Maybe it's an adjustment to the mechanical issues that he might be having tonight. Maybe if he's missing everything arm side, you get that slider. Even though you're still missing that side, you'll get that spin back into the zone. So maybe it's an adjustment that Abel and McDowell figured if we're going to get through tonight, that's what we have to do. Goes back to it.
Here comes Will Robertson, and as Jake said, goes right back to that pitch, and Robertson way out in front of it. He's thinking first ball fastball, and he gets the breaking ball and misses it. Abel is allowed to get ahead again. Robertson flew out to deep left field his first time up. This one ripped into left field. Is going to fall for a base hit. Ethan Wilson up with it on a hop. He's going to make a throw home, and they will cut it off as Sebastian Espino will come across with run number 5. It'll be an RBI single for Will Robertson.
Initially, I was very surprised to see Cesar Martin give the wave to Sebastian Espino. Ethan Wilson had the ball in his glove before Espino got to third base, and the old rule always is if the ball gets to the outfielder before the runner touches third base, usually you hold him up. But Wilson's throw took McDowell, well, was going to take McDowell, the catcher, up the line a little bit. It was cut off smartly by Kroon at third, who tried to throw behind at second, but Morris stayed put. But yeah, basically, risky decision there by Martin, but it pays off as Wilson's throw was a bit offline.
RBI number 11 on the season for Will Robertson. It's now a 5-3 game. And staying with the pattern, we'll have yet another pitching coach visit to the mound. So we've had a pitching coach visit in each half inning so far in this game. 5-3 Fisher Cats on top. 2 on and 2 down. And Trevor Schwecke will bat. Schwecke walked his first time up. Came around to score. Ahead of the home run by Aurelvis Martinez, who's in the on-deck circle for New Hampshire. Adam Leverett, now a passive bystander in the Phil's bullpen. The pitch from Mick Abel, again with the breaking ball, is there for a called strike 1 on the slider.
And you wonder if Leverett is more of a case of emergency option in the second, or if he'll come in the third and Abel's day is done. I got to think if Abel gets this batter, they'll try to push him to the third.
No balls and a strike now to Schwecke. This is way outside again. Again, he keeps looking at the spot where his foot is planting on the release. When he's missing with his pitches, he's doing that. Not when he's throwing for strikes. 1 ball and 1 strike now. This one hit towards third. Matthew Kroon up with it. He'll make the long throw across the diamond in plenty of time, and that will do it for the Cats here in the second. But they put another run across. They do it on just one hit. They leave two. To the bottom of the second, we head. New Hampshire now on top, 5-3. The Fightin's back to the plate when we can return.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Our Phil's Fiesta Friday partner.
The Reading Fightin' Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We'll work together.
The bottom half of the second inning here in Baseball Town, presented to you by Cornwall Manor, a unique and charming community nestled on a 190-acre wooded campus. Many walking trails, including the Lebanon County Rail Trail. Fightin's down 5-3 as they bat here in the bottom half of the second inning. Wendell Reho, Garrett Whitley, and the top of the order, Madison Stokes, due up for the Fightins here in the second. Wendell Reho swung and fouled the ball, I believe, and lost his balance at the same time. Ended up halfway down the first baseline. Now Wendell has to call time so he can get back into the box, facing Sem Reversa, and takes that one a bit low for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, Reversa, born in the Netherlands, signed by the Toronto Blue Jays as a free agent in 2019. Only 21 years of age, and he catches the outside corner for a called strike with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Last year pitched at both Vancouver, the high A farm team for the Blue Jays, and here with New Hampshire for the last 5 starts. Rio tries to check his swing and cannot. He's a strikeout victim. The third strikeout for Reversa.
Reversa's got a cool story, too. I mean, the Netherlands, just only 11 big leaguers ever to call the Netherlands their home. Obviously, there's been some other Dutch from some countries in the Caribbean, too, but from the Netherlands, only 11 guys. He competed in showcases and played in the Dutch Major League in the offseason between 2019 and 2020 just to try and showcase what he's got.
That will bring Garrett Whitley to the plate. Whitley with a tough night last night and a rough series so far, just 1 for 9. Struck out 3 times last night. First pitch to him is a ball. Reversa quickly back with another, and that too is inside for a ball. Last year at Vancouver for Reversa, 17 starts. He went 4-4 with a 3.12 earned run average. And then the last 5 starts with New Hampshire as Whitley hits one straight up in the air to shallow left. Will Robertson will wait for it to eventually come down. Now battles with the wind a little bit and eventually makes the adjustment and makes the catch for out number 2.
Obviously, when you think of Dutch players, especially when it comes to like World Baseball Classic, for example, or Little League World Series, you think mostly Curacao. Didi Gregorius, a guy from the Curacao who, you know, a lot of guys you see Netherlands, you see Dutch, but a lot of times it's guys coming from that Caribbean country in Curacao.
Madison Stokes got things started in the first inning, and he's going to try and make something happen here. He walked and came around to score in the first, and first pitch swinging this time up, and a line drive right back through the box for a base hit. So Madison Stokes, who had been struggling a bit in this series, is now on base for the second time, and he'll step to first base as Carlos De La Cruz, who got the Phils right back in this game in the first, by banging a home run off the top of the scoreboard in left center field for the 2-run home run, his 7th of the season. Now he stands at the plate with a man on and 2 down. First pitch in the dirt.
Maybe no better time than right now to put another good swing on it. Obviously, he's seeing Versa pretty well tonight.
Carlos now 5 for 15 in the series with his first inning home run. This one tapped towards short. De Los Santos will make the easy flip to second in plenty of time, and the Phils are retired in the second. No run, a hit, no errors, 1 left through 2. Reading Fightin Phils trail the New Hampshire Fisher Cats by a score of 5-3, live on the Reading Phillies Radio Network.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
Trip to our Phils game like a trip back in time. Free parking, affordable tickets, and food. Phils are home through Mother's Day on Sunday. Tomorrow night, Saturday night, will feature more fireworks. And Mother's Day on Sunday, women receive a pink Our Phils hat. All fans get to run the bases. Tickets remain for all Our Phils games. Call 370-610-370-BALL or online at ourphils.com. Speaking of fireworks, Gerelvis Martinez leads off for the Cats here in the third. His 2-run home run in the first made it a 4-0 game at the time. His 4th home run of the series. He swings at the off-speed pitch here, and Mick Abel works ahead of him, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It's be a big if Mick Abel can get out of this inning cleanly and unscathed. Just feel good for his confidence and how the rest of his night could go.
1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out as Martinez is a strikeout victim. And for the first time, Mick Abel retires the leadoff batter in an inning as he gets him out here in the third.
You know, that sets the tone. And obviously that slider, sweeper, whatever you want to call it, it seems like baseball is evolving to more of the sweeper here in 2023. But that pitch has been on tonight for Abel, and he's really sitting heavily on it.
Now comes back and gets De Los Santos to swing and foul back a fastball. De Los Santos struck out his first time up. That was right after the Martinez home run, and he struck him out on 3 pitches. This time he fouls it away, out of play, down and over the first base grandstand. So he's ahead of De Los Santos, no balls and 2 strikes. And so that already is a completely different complex for Mick Abel in this inning. Getting the leadoff man out and getting ahead of both hitters. 0-2 pitch, lifted into center field. Carlos De La Cruz has it played perfectly to make the catch for out number 2.
Carlos De La Cruz, that's his first put out of the day in center field, making his first start of the season in center field as the Phils look to plug that hole straight away until Johan Rojas comes back. Definitely getting better each day after rolling his ankle a couple of nights ago. Definitely felt better yesterday. Looked good in the cage today. Was flashing some power, so gotta hope tomorrow or Sunday he's back in the lineup.
There's nothing wrong with his temperament. He is fired up and ready to go.
He's having a good time.
He absolutely does. Phil Clark now bats, and Abel gets ahead of him with an off-speed pitch. And comes back with a fastball that Clark takes for strike 2. So Abel dealing pretty well here in this third. And a strike away from a clean inning. This one fouled hard and down the third base line. Clark hitting at just 119 on the season. One of 4 batters in the Fisher Cat lineup batting under 200, and well under 200 at that. But we have seen a ton of power from these Cats over this series. This one lifted into left field. Ethan Wilson has it played perfectly. He'll make the catch, and it does indeed turn into a 1-2-3 inning for New Hampshire here in the third. We head to the bottom of the third. It remains the Fisher Cats 5, the Fightins 3.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information.
The Enersys Power Alley Pub features a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet, private bar with bartender, 2 rows of seats, bar stool seating, and 4 cafe tables. The pub provides your party a private area to enjoy the ball game away from other fans. The Enersys Power Alley Pub may accommodate groups of 40 to 60 people. Enjoy socializing with your group and watch the game with a unique vantage.
Bottom half of the third inning brought to you by Swartz-Culleton PC. If you've been injured at work, get justice. 1-800-JUSTICE today. Drew Ellis, Ethan Wilson, and Matthew Kroon, 3, 4, and 5 in Al Padrique's lineup tonight will bat here in the bottom half of the third inning with the Phils down 5-3, facing 21-year-old right-hander Sam Robersa for the Fisher Cats. Drew Ellis, the veteran at 27 years of age, added to the Phillies organization in the offseason. He takes the first pitch for a ball. Ellis doubled and scored a run his first time up. Drew Ellis played his college baseball at Louisville. Designated for assignment last year by the Diamondbacks. He actually made the opening day roster for Arizona a year ago. Late swing here, and it's now 2 balls and a strike. Made his major league debut in July 30th of 2021 with Arizona. Again, designated for assignment a year ago, and there's a swing and a miss at this pitch, and it's now 2-2. He played 28 games for the Diamondbacks in 2021, went 9 for 16, with a couple of doubles and a home run. Calls time at the plate here. Last year playing for Reno with the Diamondbacks in AAA and with Tacoma with the Mariners in AAA. Combined 112 games. Takes this one into dirt. Hit 19 total home runs between the 2 stops in AAA. Was with the Phils in extended spring training along with Garrett Whitley, and both were added to the Phils roster before the road trip last week to Hartford. 3 balls and 2 strikes to him. Holds up, and he's a base runner again. So Ellis is now 5 for 10 in this series, and now is on base for the second time in this one. As Robersa again gives up a leadoff walk just like he did in the first. That was Madison Stokes who came around to score. That's the second walk now by Robersa as Ethan Wilson steps to the plate. Wilson was a strikeout victim his first time up. He pounds this one foul and now out of play down the first baseline. Ethan Wilson was the Eastern League Player of the Week last week, but he has been struggling since coming back here to Reading. Now 1 for 9 on this homestand. So he stands in there as the tying run. Takes this one outside. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Still hitting at .344 coming into tonight's game. 10 extra base hits, 5 of them home runs. Still leads the team in RBIs with 18. 1-1 pitch to him is again low and away, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike to Ethan Wilson. An RBI lead getting a little bit closer for him. There are 5 different Phillies players with double digits in RBIs. Matthew Kroon is on the deck circle. An RBI his first time up, now has 17. Wilson takes this one for a called strike. Now the count is even, 2-2. Reversa now at 47 pitches. No outs here in the third. Drew Ellis takes his lead off of first. 2-2 pitch. Lined into center field for a base hit. Ellis held up for a second, but he's going to turn and he is going to go. Ethan Wilson on his heels, and he will slide in with a hustling double. Wasn't sure that Ellis was going to turn the corner. Good thing he did, because Ethan Wilson had his mind from the get-go of turning that into a double, and he's got himself an extra base hit, and the Phils at the tying runs in scoring position.
5th double, 10th extra base hit of the season for Ethan Wilson. He was confident out of the box that he was going to turn that into 2, and like we talked about, hustle certainly is not an issue with this team. No idea if Wilson took it upon himself to go for 2 or if first base coach Ray Ricker said, go, go, go. But regardless, he'll take it. Here's Matt Kroon, who had a double his last time up.
2 on, nobody out. First pitch to Kroon is way outside. Yeah, you have to assume that Ethan Wilson was thinking double off the bat because he was hustling. So now the Phils a base hit away from tying this game up potentially. Kroon, big swing, comes up empty. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. And great crowd on hand. Absolutely gorgeous night of baseball. Phils and Fisher Cats at it again tomorrow night, 6:45. And then Sunday, Mother's Day, here at the ballpark at 5:15. This one fisted. I think Matthew Kroon broke his bat. He did.
Yeah, new piece of lumber for Matthew Kroon.
Just trying to protect the plate on the pitch on the inside corner. That got him right on the fist. So he needs a new weapon. Drew Ellis, the runner at third, he walked. Ethan Wilson at second, he doubled. Good to see Ethan Wilson being in the middle of things again in the Phils lineup. Matthew Kroon has been the guy who has been the steady Eddie. He's just kind of flown through everything and been consistently in the middle of all things for the Phils. 271 coming in. 17 RBIs. This one slapped towards short. And De Los Santos is going to go for Wilson at third. They'll get him. It'll get a run home. Matthew Kroon is safe at first. So De Los Santos, the shortstop, made the play to Martinez covering at third. They get Wilson. But they give up a run. It'll be another RBI for Matthew Kroon.
Yeah, you'll take the run without a doubt. Wilson, I don't know if that was a going on contact type thing. Obviously, I think his mantra this inning has been aggressiveness. You know, live by it, die by it in this situation. But, yeah, and the shortstop De Los Santos, slow roller, but still had enough time to make a play at third.
So now it's a 5-4 game. Phil still have the tying run on base, but now it's at first base with 1 out and Oliver Dunn at the plate. Dunn grounded out to short his first time up. Here's a pickoff attempt, and Matthew Kroon dives back in, and you got to be conscious of that because Kroon's got good wheels.
Kroon does have good wheels. So far in the season, he's 6 for 7 in the stolen base category.
Second on the team behind Johan Rojas' team lead 8.
Reading not a team that steals a lot of bases, just 23 on the year coming into tonight. That ranks 11th across the Eastern League.
1 ball and 1 strike now to Oliver Dunn, left-handed hitter. This one fisted towards left field. Actually hit a lot further than I thought. It's carried, and it's going to get out of here. I didn't think that had a chance to get out of here, and it carried all the way out. And it's a 2-run home run, and the Fightin Phils have taken the lead, 6-5 Reading.
Hit it hard, 102 off the bat, went 372 feet. From our vantage point, Bob, it definitely, I mean, I made the same mistake last night as you, so guess we're even now. We both said one was fisted and on the hands the other way, and it finds way over the fence, but yeah, must have just got enough of a barrel on it to get it over the fence, but Back-to-back nights of a home run from Oliver Dunn. Just like that, the Phils are ahead.
6-5 Phils as Max McDowell bats. And the guy's breathing the biggest sigh of relief out of all of them. It's the guy in the dugout, Mick Abel, who had a clean inning in the third. Now he's got a lead. McDowell bats. Fouls this one straight back. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Off the bat from Dunn, I thought it was deep enough that it was certainly a run for the left fielder, Will Robertson, but I thought it was about where it would land, about where he's playing him with deep left field. I didn't even think it would get to the wall, much less get over the wall, but again, enough of a breeze blowing at about 8 to 9 miles an hour to carry it out and just over the left center field fence. And a 1-run lead on the 2-run home run by Oliver Dunn. The Phils on top now 6-5 as Robersa now trying to hold on here in the third. Falls behind McDowell, 3 balls and a strike. McDowell fouls this one straight back in and out of the catcher's mitt, Phil Clark, and the count is now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Oliver Dunn, his 3rd home run of the season. As Jake said, back-to-back nights for Dunn on 2-run home runs. Swing and a late miss and a late swing at that for Max McDowell. He's a strikeout victim. That's the 2nd out here in the 3rd.
Designated hitter,
4th strikeout for Robersa. That'll bring up Wendell Rijo. Wendell was one of those strikeout victims his first time up. No one on, 2 down. 3 runs across so far for the Fightins here in the 3rd. A 1 pitch. Swing and a miss at the off-speed pitch by Wendell Rijo, and he's again behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. So Wendell again will call timeout. Going to recompose himself a little bit in the batter's box. Fouls this one, just stays alive. I got a piece of the catcher, Phil Clark. Ethan Gorshak, the home plate umpire, will hand deliver the ball to the pitcher, Sam Robersa, and give Phil Clark a little bit of time. And he's still on his knees. No balls and 2 strikes to Wendell Rijo. Outside for a ball. Rijo batting average down under 200 now at 197 on the season. He's now 2 for his last 19. Rips this one foul and out of play. Zal Padrique gets the feet out away from making sure he doesn't get picked off down the third base line. And the Phils wearing the Los Luchadores uniforms tonight on a Fiesta Friday. 1-2 pitch, and Rijo has to duck out of the way. Kind of try to step into the pitch, I think that it was going to be an off-speed pitch. And Robersa came with the inside fastball, and Wendell almost walked right into it. So it counts even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bounces that one up there, and Rijo has worked the count full.
There is action in the Fisher Cats bullpen too. Gabriel Ponce up and throwing. We've seen him once already this series.
3 balls and 2 strikes to Wendell Rijo. Called strike 3, and that'll do it for the Phils here in the 3rd. But it's another good one for Reading. They put 3 runs across. They do so on two hits. They leave none. 3 complete. The Phils are on top now. When we come back to Baseball Town, it's Reading 6, New Hampshire 5.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
The Reading Fightin Phils are pleased to present you with their classic game program, all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player roster, and front office staff. It also includes feature stories and alumni reports on all of your favorite guys who spent time in Baseball Town. Visit ourphils.com/programs to check it out.
We head to the top half of the fourth inning. Shootout at the ballpark tonight here in Reading. Reading Fightin Phils 6, the New Hampshire Fisher Cats 5. As we head to the top half of the fourth inning, it's time for my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, to take over play-by-play.
Thank you very much, Bob. We move to the top of the fourth. 6-5, Fightin Phils have the lead. Certainly been an eventful one so far. Reading 3 in the first, 3 in the third. New Hampshire 4 in the first and 1 in the second. McAble returns the mound, and now home plate umpire.
Not sure what the delay is for.
Ethan Gorsak having a conversation between Abel. Now they're going to look out at the Fightin Phils dugout. Here comes Al Padrique. No idea what.
The home plate umpire obviously is one who's questioning something, and now Al Padrique is questioning the home plate umpire.
We're trying to see what they're looking at.
And that's the question. It's not. It has obviously nothing to do with the pitch clock. We haven't gotten to that point yet. There's nothing in play. There's no squirrels running around. It's not.
That's my initial reaction. I looked to see if there was another squirrel or a duck or a goose. Al Padrique chats with Ethan Gorsak and Austin Snow.
Meantime, Mick Abel now has to start throwing a few more pitches. He was warmed up and ready to go.
I only see 2 umpires on the field. I'm trying to spot where the third is.
That's a good question. Maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe we have an umpire issue in terms of why would Al Padrique be arguing anything? That's what I'm not quite sure of. But you're right. We are only seeing.
And here comes the third one from right field. I don't know if that was umpire had to take a bathroom break and they were delaying the game for that, and Al wasn't happy that they were delaying the game, disrupting his pitcher's rhythm. But yeah, no idea what that just was. So Tyler Whitty returns to action after an interesting delay. Maybe we'll have more information on that tomorrow for you, but
we might not want to know what the real answer is.
True.
Depending on what the real answer is.
So 8-9-1 due up for the Fisher Cats. Sebastian Espino digs in from the right side as McAble returns the bump for inning number 4 of work. First pitch home is driven in the air towards left center. That's down for a base hit. Wilson, the left fielder, cuts it off. Big turnaround first for Espino. He'll stop there. So 1 pitch and a base hit for Espino. PK Morris, the batter.
Seems like more, but it's only the 4th hit surrendered by Abel to this point in time. It obviously has been the walks that have been the issue for Mick Abel tonight. Surrendered 2 walks in the first and another in the second. Both of the 2 of those 3 leadoff walks, and all 3 of those walks have come around to score.
Here's the 9-man Morris, bats from the left side with the man on first and Espino. Abel, the righty, set at the letters. Kicks and deals. Drops a slider down low for a ball, 1-0. PK Morris walked his first time up, 0 for his last 3. As Abel comes set at the letters. Long pause, the pitch. Fastball outside for a ball, 2-0. McAble sports the I-Red Sox with the Phillies logo on the side. Red cleats, white pants, and the Los Luchadores de Reading jerseys. Black with yellow on the sleeves and a yellow logo on the front. Here's the pitch, and that's in there for a called strike 2-1. Abel back in with the fastball.
Getting back to the situation with the umpires, I guarantee you that was Al Padrique's argument, which was probably, well, just go ahead and play with the 2. Wait for your third guy to get back out here. You're holding up my pitcher.
Abel looking to shake off any rust. Here's the 2-1. Fastball misses just above the belt. Counts 3-1.
Max McDowell with the long hold, thinking that pitch was over for a strike. Trying to not as much frame it as much as just kind of show it to say, like, I think that's a pretty good pitch.
So Abel falls behind 3-1 to the 9-man Morris. Leading off first is Spino. Here's the pitch. That's a fastball that misses inside. So back-to-back base runners, just like Espino and Morris did in the second. So that'll bring Stuart Baroa back up to the dish. Baroa 0 for 1 tonight, a walk run scored and a strikeout.
And I don't think we can kind of forget about that. That's 2 straight times that the 8 and 9 men in the Fisher Cat lineup have started an inning by getting on base. And Nick Abel having to try to work his way out of further damage as a result.
Abel at 70 pitches even. First pitch to Baroa, squares the bunt, pulls back. Looks like it hit him.
He says it did. If umpire calls time, so we're going to guess that that's going to be the call, that Baroa did get hit on the back foot.
Baroa takes off his shin guards. So Baroa will reach on a hit by pitch, and that will immediately load the bases with no outs in the fourth as Miguel Geraldo steps in. Geraldo is 1 for 2 tonight, double and a strikeout. 3 for 9 so far in the series with a home run, couple of RBI entering tonight.
That's going to get some movement in the Phil's bullpen. Looks like Braden Zarniski is going to get up and begin to throw for the Fightins.
Time is called as Baroa at first base. Looks like he's adjusting his cleat.
I think it has to do with it was his left foot that was hit. He's kind of banging that foot on the ground, making sure he can run on it okay.
So in comes Miguel Geraldo. Big spot here for the Fightins. They hold a 1-run lead in the top of the fourth. Abel set at the letters. Here's the pitch. Slider that misses inside for a ball, 1-0. Corners up for the Fightins. Middle infield plays in a bit, but tight to the bag. Dunn and Stokes will look to turn 2 on a ground ball. Certainly willing to trade 2 outs for a run in this situation. Here's the pitch. Another slider misses low and away, 2-0. Mick Abel, who looked like he settled in the third inning, got a 1-2-3 inning, has quickly fallen behind with bases loaded. 2-0 count to Geraldo. Here's the pitch. Swinging a slow roller, chopped to the left side. Kroon fields from third, only plays the first, he'll get him. Run does come home in Sebastian Espino. Morris moves to third, Baroa up to second. It's a 5-3 footer's choice and an RBI for Geraldo. That'll bring Will Robertson to the plate. Now a 6-6 ball game, still top 4.
Pitch count for Abel now at 74. And again, this is just another test for Mick Abel. Can you get himself? This is a mess that he has created for himself with the control issues. A single, a walk, and then a hit by pitch. Can he get himself out of it?
Here's the pitch. First pitch of ball to Robertson outside to the lefty.
Again, that's no doubt what is part of the process and the evaluation. And Dave Dombrowski, president of baseball operations for the Phillies, here watching.
Zarniski continues to throw in the Fightins bullpen, just stepping onto the mound now, 1-0. Down low for a ball, 2-0. Infield also drawn up for the Fightin' Phils. Against the left-handed hitting Will Robertson. Robertson a single and a fly ball tonight. 5 for 15 in the series so far, including a home run and a triple. 2-0 pitch. Fastball in the outside corner for a called strike, 2-1. Outfield plays pretty much straight away. De La Cruz, the center fielder, plays pretty much directly behind the second base bag. Abel down to the count, 2-1 deals. Off the end of the bat, slicing foul to the left side, counts 2-2. Will Robertson, 7 RBI in his last 6 games after only driving in 3 all of April. He's got 2 out there for him now. Counts 2-2. Pitch. Swung on, fouled back off the netting. Count stays 2-2.
Obviously, an out of any kind is big for Abel. A strikeout would be absolutely huge in this spot.
2-2 count, 1 out, top of the fourth still, 6-6 ball game. Infield plays up for the Fightin' Phils with men on second and third. Here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch fouled back. Count stays 2-2. Sun setting, lights taking full effect from FirstEnergy Stadium. Game 4 of a 6-game series between the Fightin' Phils and the New Hampshire Fisher Cats, AA affiliate of the Toronto Blue Jays. Will Robertson up in a big spot. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch, ground ball. Fielded by Stokes, the shortstop, cutting across the second base bag. He'll go to first. Runner Morris stays at third. And an excellent job by Madison Stokes, who hasn't played a ton of shortstop this year, but he makes a big play for the second out, and you can exhale a little bit with Trevor Schwecke up to the dish.
That's a good play by Stokes and a bad base running by P.K. Morris. Again, he's not a fast runner, but you have to be able to judge that. And the shortstop has got a range to his left, and if he had broken for home, there's no way that Stokes would have been able to stop, turn, spin backwards, and throw him out. So a break for the Phils if they can get out of it.
First pitch to Schwecke, down low for a ball. Excellent job by Max McDowell to scoop it as it was towards the left-handed batter's box, the righty Schwecke. Schwecke's 0 for 1 tonight. Walked and scored a run in the first, also grounded out the third.
Suddenly, Braden Zarbniski is not throwing with quite as much intent as he was before.
Pitch. Line drive towards right center. De La Cruz races over, reaches, can't get it. 2 hops and off the fence. 1 run scores. Round third is Barreau, a whole score in the second. Schwecke, it's a 2-run double for him. And the Fisher Cats are back in front, 8-6 in the fourth.
Just got it up, and Schwecke delivered it. Drove it right into the gap in right center field. Pitch above the belt, and Schwecke makes him pay for it, and that's going to be all for Mick Abel.
5th double of the year for Schwecke, and as Bob said, Mick Abel's night has come to an end. Braden Zarbniski will come in, and we'll have more on this Alvernia University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen after this on the Our Phils Radio Network.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorrento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Pizza Como USA, Railroad House, Why Missing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet, photos, and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phils mascot band. Regular season tickets start at $33 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL. Braden Zarbniski will enter for the 10th time this season, 1-1, a 2.63 ERA, 14 strikeouts and 8 walks in 13 2/3 innings pitched. He'll inherit a man in second and Trevor Schwecke with 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. The Fightin' Phils down 8-6.
26-year-older from Marietta, Georgia. Played his college baseball at West Virginia.
The Mountaineers working against Orelvis Martinez. First pitch is down for a ball. 1-0. Runner goes to third. McDowell's throw off balance to third. Short hops Kroon. Off the pick, it won't get a tag down, so Schwecke advances to third. It's going to be a wild pitch ruled on Braden Zarbniski. Mick Abel went 3 2/3, 5 hits, currently charged with 8 runs all earned. 5 walks, 4 strikeouts for the righty. Still responsible for Schwecke, who is on third. Counts 1-0 to Relvis Martinez. Pitch outside for a ball, 2-0. Fightin Phil's going to look for some length out of Braden Zarbniski. Has gone to season high 3. Went 2 innings. Back on Tuesday. The Fightin Phil's lost that morning. Here's the pitch. Slider in there for a called strike, 2-1. Martinez, 8 home runs in the season, including 1 tonight. Ties in with Henry Davis for 3rd in the Eastern League. Here's the pitch. And that might put him ahead of Henry Davis. That one is long gone into the left field seats for Relvis Martinez. 396 and 102 miles per hour off the bat. And it's a 5-run 4th inning for the Fisher Cats. 2nd home run of the day for Martinez. And they've already put up 10. It's 10-6 in the 4th.
5 home runs in this series now for Relvis Martinez. I got to be honest, I know it's a spot in the game, maybe it doesn't call for it, but with what he's done in this series, and what he's capable of, after he missed the first 2 pitches, I was thinking, why not just put him on and not let him damage you any further? And that soon, it's in the deck.
Here's the first pitch, upstairs for a ball to Luis de los Santos. So Martinez now 9 home runs on the year. That ties now with Heston Kjerstad of the Bowie Bay Sox with 9. Hunter Goodman of Hartford, who we're way too familiar with. He leads the Eastern League with 10, presumably half of those. 1-1 the count on a swing and a miss. We've come against the Fightin Phils so far.
The Phils have helped all 3 of those guys with the home run category because Henry Davis had a couple of them in the Altoona series.
Here's the pitch. This is down for a ball. Count moves to 2-1.
Relvis Martinez has some incredible power. He hit 30 home runs a year ago. Again, is not a good all-around hitter. He'd be a great guy to have in a home run derby, though.
De Los Santos swings at an upstairs fastball, so 2-2. De Los Santos is 0 for 2 tonight, 0 for 6 across the series so far. 2-2 count, 2 outs, top 4, 10-6 Fisher Cats. Zarbniski deals, swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. He got him, and that will retire this side, but a lot of damage done. Fisher Cats get 5 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors and nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. 10-6 Fisher Cats lead on the Phil's Radio Network.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
When the Reading Fightin Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Pizza Como USA, Railroad House, Why Missing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet, photos, and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin Phils mascot band. Regular season tickets start at $33 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL. Both teams now into their Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen as Gabriel Ponce is now in for the Fisher Cats. We'll bring you more on him, and we'll close the book on Sem Robersa momentarily, but Garrett Whitley steps in. First pitch home is over for a called strike 0-1.
Ponce pitched earlier in this series. He's 24 years old, right-hander, originally from San Luis, Arizona. Played his college baseball at Arizona Western. Pitched at 3 levels last year in the Blue Jays system.
Whitley swings and misses, counts 1-1.
The Majority of these appearances last year coming out of the Fisher Cat bullpen, 31 appearances. He had 2 holds and a save a year ago, and then that late season promotion to AAA Buffalo.
Whitley even in the count 1-1 against Ponce. Here's the pitch. That's a flare shot towards shallow right. Back goes Schwecke, the second baseman, and he'll reach for it to make the catch in shallow right for the first out of the inning. Nice play by Schwecke. That'll bring us back to the top of the lineup to Madison Stokes. Ponce overall, 8 appearances, 5 ERA, no decisions. 9 innings pitched, 4 walks, 10 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .306 against him. Went an inning against Reading on Wednesday. No runs, no hits, no walks, and a couple of strikeouts. First pitch to Madison Stokes is outside for a ball, counts 1-0. Stokes 1 for 1 tonight, has reached base both times. Also scored a run in the first. Ponce, the righty, deals. Slider gets over for a called strike, 1-1. Fightin Phil's down 10-6, bottom 4. Still a lot of time left to play. Fightin still have 5 at-bats to work with. Here's the pitch. Slider down low, counts 2-1.
Especially way the ball has been jumping tonight. And it's been kind of back and forth in the jumping category.
This game's certainly far from over. Here's the 2-1. Stokes slices one foul behind home plate, 2-2.
So completes the line on Abel, 3 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 9 runs, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts. And for Sam Robersa, 3 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. So just the pitcher duel we expected to see between the 2 young right-handers.
Here's the pitch. Stokes takes it on the outside corner, and it's a called strike 3. First strikeout for Gabriel Ponce, and that'll bring Carlos De La Cruz up to the plate for the Fightin Phils. De La Cruz, 1 for 2 tonight. A 2-run home run in the first inning. Part of the Phils' initial comeback. Now they'll look to try and string another. First pitch, De La Cruz checks the swing on an outside pitch. They'll check the first where Austin Snow says no swing. (1-0). Outside for a ball, 2-0. So the Bats have certainly responded after a quiet night last night. Reading matched its season low with 3 hits. Pitch to De La Cruz, the strike with a fastball, 2-1. Pitching pretty much picked up where it left off last night. 6 runs, 7th last night. Most runs allowed in an inning this season. Here's the 2-1. De La Cruz takes a slider, called for a strike, 2-2.
Yeah, the Tyler Phillips performance really, and the job that Taylor Lehman did in relief of him to get him out of the 7th inning has really been the highlight and the only highlight of the pitchers in this series.
De La Cruz takes a fastball inside. Count goes 3-2. Also 5 home runs allowed last night by Fightin Phil's pitching. That's a season high. Payoff pitch here to De La Cruz. Ground ball to short. Couple of hops. De Los Santos waits back on it. Throws across in time. That'll retire the side in the 4th. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Fightin Phils. We'll go to the 5th. 10-6 Fisher Cats on the Phils Radio Network. Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka, High Noon Sunsips, Cathay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, Apis Services, Supportive Concepts, and Affordable Home Care. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other culture elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office. To honor the 275th anniversary of Reading, the Phils will play as the Reading Keystones on Thursdays and select Tuesdays in 2023. Tuesdays are brought to you by Coatesville VA Medical Center. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays, thanks to Burke's Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Come celebrate the 275th anniversary of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2023. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office. We move to the top of the fifth. 10-6, Fisher Cats have the lead after picking up a big shutdown inning. New Hampshire did. They had 5 runs in the top half for the frame, and then new pitcher Gabriel Ponce, sent the Fightins down in order. So it'll be bottom third of the lineup due up. Phil Clark, Sebastian Espino, PK Morris slated to the dish.
That'll be part of the challenge for the Fightins moving forward, because the Fisher Cats bullpen has been outstanding of late. They've been pretty good in this series as well. They're really good in the series prior to this one in Reading at home against Harrisburg.
Phil Clark steps in. 0 for 2 so far tonight. First pitch from Zarbniski, who's back in. Fly ball hit towards shallow left, slicing towards the line. Gruen, the third baseman, is over. Caught off by the shortstop. Stokes will make the catch for out number 1.
And a similar play last night down that third base line, and Madison Stokes was nowhere near it. It took a valiant effort by Ethan Wilson instead to come get it. So again, it's part of the evolution. Madison Stokes has become the regular shortstop now for Al Padrique since the hamstring injury to Pedro Martinez. So he's getting a little bit more comfortable playing there on a nightly basis.
Stokes playing in his 9th game this season at shortstop. Pedro Martinez 14 total before he hit the injured list with a hamstring injury a couple of weeks ago. First pitch to Espino, takes it for a ball with a slider outside, 1-0. Sebastian Espino reached base both times tonight, walking a single. Has also scored both times. Zarbniski deals. Underneath it, hit in the air towards left center. Wilson and De La Cruz both over. Wilson, the left fielder, will drift to his left and make the snag for out number 2. Our Phil's looking to send New Hampshire down in order for the second time tonight in 5 innings. But aside for those quick innings, New Hampshire has 4 in the first, 1 in the second, and then 5 in the fourth. As PK Morris, the left-handed hitter, will settle on in. Morris has walked twice, scored a run. Dig in from the left side. Zarbniski kicks and deals. Fastball misses just outside of the lefty, 1-0. PK Morris 0 for 3 in the series so far. 0 for his last 5. Here's the pitch. Outside corner for a called strike, 1-1. PK Morris, who spent some time on the development list earlier this year, activated on May the 2nd. He's gotten some sporadic starts for New Hampshire. Here's the pitch. Outside corner for a called strike, 1-2. And Braden Zarbniski is 1 strike away from getting out of this inning unscathed. Zarbniski comes set at the letters, working against Morris. 1-2 pitch. Slider towards the back foot. Misses inside for a ball, 2-2. PK Morris was drafted in the 14th round by Toronto in the 2017 draft. From Tampa, Florida, went to Steinbrenner High School. I think it's safe to say who that was named after, as that one misses down for a ball, 3-2. Of course, Tampa, the spring training home of the New York Yankees. Also the home of the Tampa Tarpons, the single-A affiliate of the New York Yankees. 3-2, ground ball, 1 hop towards second, and it skips over the glove of Dunn. In the right field, a base hit. It was hit hard. 109 off the bat from PK Morris. So we'll see what they rule it. They will give it a base hit, as yes, it was hit at Dunn, but certainly was not an easy play, as we said. 109 off the bat.
Yeah, and it's kind of an in-between spot for Oliver Dunn. It was coming about shin high, and was it going to hold up long enough that he can catch it in the air? And it was nose diving to the ground, so it was one of those plays where he kind of had to try to do the short hop, and it's a do or die kind of play. It's either going to end up in your webbing or it's not.
First pitch to Baroa, a bit of an excuse me swing towards third. Gruen on a slow roller had to rush his throw because he sat back on it, and he rifles it high to first. Ellis was able to leap and make the catch. That'll be an error on Matt Kroon at third, his second error there this year. So that puts runners on first and second with 2 outs for Geraldo. So after what looked like could have been a really quick inning, has now quickly turned into a bit of a jam here for Braden Zarbniski. Miguel Geraldo steps in, 1 for 3 tonight, first pitch. Breaking pitch down low for a ball, 1-0. Geraldo tonight, double and a run scored in the first, strikeout in the second, ground out the third and the fourth. Runners on first and second, 2 outs, top of the fifth. 10-6, Fightin' Phillies trail New Hampshire. Zarbniski set at the letters, kicks and deals. That one's hit well in the air, out towards left. Wilson will turn and just watch it fly once again to the Seidel Auto Group deck. 431 on that home run from Miguel Geraldo. And it's 13-6 now. New Hampshire has the lead here in the top half of the 5th inning.
Well, you said they hit 5 home runs last night. They've got 3 so far. It's only the 5th inning. And I'll tell you this much. Of the home runs that the Fisher Cats have hit in this series, and I believe that's 13 now, am I right? 13 home runs in this series. Not one of them has been a cheapie.
They've all been crushed. 3rd home run of the season for Geraldo. First pitch into Will Robertson, misses down for a ball. And like we said, 2 quick outs to start the inning. Then it was just that hot shot over the glove at Dunn, throwing error by Kroon, and then 3-run home run given up by Zarbniski. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count is 1-1. See, as we said, a lot of baseball left to play. We've seen the Phillies bats certainly explode before. They've done it already tonight. 3 runs in a couple of innings. Here's the pitch. Ground ball towards first. In and out of the glove of Ellis. And that's going to allow a base runner here for Will Robertson.
Imagine that'll be a base hit, too. Again, it kind of spun Drew Ellis around a little bit. He tried to make the backhanded stop. It hit his glove and then came out. But again, these balls, I mean, should they have been made, could Dunn have made the play? Sure. Could Ellis have made the play? Sure. But they're also extraordinarily hard hit balls. Obviously the one by Kroon that was the error was a slow roller. That was just an errant throw. But the balls have been hit and hit hard consistently by the Fisher Cats.
Brad Bergeson makes a trip to the mound as Adam Leverett begins the throw for the Fightin' Phillies in the bullpen.
Leverett up early in the potential that Mick Abel was on the ropes in both the first and second inning. Leverett got up in the second. In the event that Abel would not have been able to get out of that second inning, he would have come in. Eventually Abel was able to get out of that and then went through the third with a 1-2-3, and Leverett sat down. And when Abel got in trouble again, Zarbniski came in.
13 runs allowed already by Reading tonight. Just one shy of the season high 14, which New Hampshire actually achieved on Tuesday morning. Here's the pitch. Schwecke takes it outside for a ball, 1-0. So 13-6 our score. New Hampshire leads. Top half of the 5th inning, 2 gone for man on first. Counts 1-0 to Schwecke. Zarbniski set at the letters, kicks and deals. That's a slider that misses outside for a ball, 2-0. Left side of the infield play straight away. Second baseman Dunn shaded towards the second base bag as Ellis holds the runner on. The pitch. Line drive towards short. Past the diving Stokes in the left field for a base hit. Robertson up the second as Schwecke has his second base of the day, and it is 5 straight base runners for the Fisher Cats. And here comes Al Padrique, and here comes Adam Leverett. It's now Vernon University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. Be back with the new pitcher after this on the Phillies Radio Network. For top flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro & Sons are a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, MASCARO, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin Phils, two great hometown partners.
Still the top of the 5th inning, 13-6. Fisher Cats lead as Adam Leverett enters his 9th game this year. He started a couple. He's 0-1 with a 5.54 ERA. 13 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks. And he'll get Elvis Martinez with men on first and second, 2 outs. First pitch, Martinez takes for a ball, 1-0. Martinez 2 for 3. That's a strikeout. But aside for that, he's hit 2 home runs tonight.
That pretty much sums up Elvis's career to this point in time. One or the other.
Here's the 1-0 from Leverett. Big swing and a miss, counts 1-1. Martinez on the year now, 7 home runs and has 23 strikeouts total. That 23 number sits second on this Fisher Cats roster. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, fouled back, counts 1-2, so.
He does not get cheated on his swings, needless to say, which is why he hits what he does and the way he does. Last year at New Hampshire, 30 home runs, 140 strikeouts in 118 games.
So 1-2, 2 outs to Martinez. Leverett tries to escape the 5th. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, he got him. So Leverett gets the punch out, that retires the side. 3 runs in the inning. Fisher Cats do it on 4 hits. There was an error, and there are 2 left on base. We're halfway home from Baseball Town. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th, 13-6 New Hampshire on the Our Phil's Radio Network. For top-flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro & Sons are a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, MASCARO, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin Phils, two great hometown partners.
Bottom of the 5th inning, 13-6, Fisher Cats have the lead. This inning also brought to you by Cornwall Manor. Cornwall Manor is an active senior living not-for-profit community in scenic Cornwall, Pennsylvania, just outside of Lebanon. It's like we had a brief delay for a second as the home plate umpire, Ethan Gorsak, asked for the fence just to the left of the Fisher Cats dugout to be shut.
When there was a delay, first thing I did was count to 3 on the umpires.
First pitch to Drew Ellis, who leads off in there for a caught strike. Gabriel Ponce back in for inning number 2 of work. 0-1 the count here to Drew Ellis. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss, counts 0-2. Ponce in relief of Sem Robersa, who went 3 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, all earns, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts through 69 pitches and 41 strikes. 0-2 the count to Drew Ellis. Ponce kicks and deals. Ellis underneath it. Skies it up in the air towards shallow right. As Spino races on in, the right fielder will make the catch for out number 1. That'll bring Ethan Wilson up to the plate tonight. Wilson 1 for 2 tonight. Doubled his last time up, but was cut off trying to move to third on a ground ball to the left side. Running on lefty matchup here. First pitch to Wilson in there for a called strike 0-1. Wilson overall 349 on the season, 5 home runs, 18 RBI. That final mark ranks 6 across the Eastern League. Pitch to Wilson is swung on a miss 0-2. After 2 quick strikes to Wilson, Hull asks for time, just like Drew Ellis did in the last at-bat. Now Wilson steps back in. Here's the 0-2. Down low for a ball. Tried to go slider. Counts 1-2. Excellent crowd tonight. Every time I look up, every corner of the ballpark filled tonight, which I think for the first time this season we can say every corner of the ballpark is accounted for.
Absolutely correct.
1-2. Wilson skies it in the air. Foul territory behind the plate. Clark, the catcher, off with the mask. Drifting up the first base line, makes the catch for out number 2. That'll bring Matthew Kroon to the plate. The only part of the park that's not filled right now, it's a part that can't be filled till next year, and that's the Red Nerds Event Center. Imagine a night like tonight next year, the whole ballpark full. Then you'll have droves of people probably out on the porch at the event center.
Yep. They'll have the opportunity to have that open and have events during games next year. And the windows that you see when you sit and face the event center, they will open up. Those doors will open up, and you can go out and stand out there along the railing and watch the game.
First pitch to Kroon was a ball. Second pitch is inside. Dusts him off the plate as it gets by the catcher Clark and goes to the backstop. Kroon is 1 for 2 tonight, doubling a fielder's choice. Also has a run scored. Certainly heating up as of late, hitting .421 over his last 5 games, Kroon is. Up in the count 2-0, the pitch. Takes it outside for a ball, 3-0.
Tuesday's morning game was the biggest crowd of the year, 7,452, and got to assume that this one's going to top that.
3-0. Outside for a ball, ball 4. Tuesday's morning game also the first of 2 field trip days this season. So about 5,000 kids were a part of that, north of 7,000 fans attendance. Back on Tuesday, similar will be the case on next Tuesday, May the 23rd, when the Harrisburg Senators are in town for another exciting week of baseball here in Baseball Town. First pitch to Oliver Dunn, swings and misses 0-1. Dunn homered his last time up, back-to-back nights with the homer. No our Phils have hit multiple home runs in a game. See if anyone can scratch that across at some point. Pitch to Dunn, misses down low for a ball, 1-1. Obviously, before we look ahead to 2 weeks from now, still 2 more games left on this homestand. 6:45 first pitch tomorrow, 5:15 first pitch on Sunday, 1-1. Down low for a ball, 2-1. Fireworks tonight. Carpenter Mega Blast fireworks show tomorrow. Then the first 1,500 women in attendance on Sunday will get a pink Our Phils #1 mom hat thanks to Redding McGlynn Hospital. Here's the pitch. Dunn underneath it, skies in the air towards shallow left. Martinez, the third baseman, over. In comes Robertson, the left fielder, and the ball brings it back, and it lands just to the left of the line. Foul as Robertson misplayed it. Maybe the wind grabbed it as it was hit so high, and the ball lands just ever so slightly in foul territory. That was really close.
Yeah, Robertson misjudged it. Then he ran onto the pitching mound in the bullpen. And I don't know if he wasn't getting any help from his teammates. He's in friendly fire over there because it's his own bullpen. But the pitching mound kind of shortened up his legs, and he had misjudged the ball, and he's very lucky because that was awfully close to landing in fair territory.
And with 2 outs, too, Kroon was off and running, so he probably could have scored on that. So the count's 2-2 to Dunn. Here's the pitch. Inside corner, called strike 3, and that will retire the side in the 5th. No runs, no hits. 1 left for the Fightin' Phils. We'll go to the 6th, 13-6 Fisher Cats on the Our Phils Radio Network.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1890.
We go to the 6th, 13-6. Fisher Cats still hold the lead over the Fightin' Phils. I'm Jake Starr. He's Bob McCool. Thanks again for joining us on what is a beautiful Friday night at the ballpark. Temperature is dipping below 80 degrees now as the sun's down. First pitch from Adam Leverett to Luis De Los Santos is swung on a miss for a strike, 0-1. Adam Leverett in for Braden Zarbniski, who went an inning, gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, 1 earned, no walks, and a strikeout.
Interesting to see what Adam Leverett can give Al Padrique here. He started this homestand by starting the Tuesday morning game, was only able to go an inning and 2/3 before they had to finally take him out.
Here's the pitch, swung on a miss. Count goes to 1-2. Last pitch was a ball as well, so.
The predicament becomes what happens over the course of the next 2 games in this series for the Phils. Josh Hendrickson scheduled to pitch on Sunday. And to be announced is scheduled to pitch tomorrow, which generally means it's a bullpen game.
1-2, swing and a miss. Second strikeout from Leverett. De Los Santos 0 for 4 tonight with the trifecta of strikeouts. That'll bring Phil Clark up to the plate. De Los Santos and Clark, the only members of the Fisher Cats lineup to not reach base tonight. Combined 0 for 7. The 6-7 combination of this New Hampshire lineup. First pitch is a line drive to right. It's down for a base hit. So make that 8 of 9 Fisher Cats to reach base tonight. They're a 1-out single from Phil Clark, and Sebastian Espina will be the hitter. 1 out, top of the 6th.
And again, just another hard hit ball. It's a line drive, a bullet off the bat. They have not had a whole lot of cheap hits. And as I said before, the home runs they have cleared and cleared by plenty. Quoting by this guy who almost hit one over the top of the Renders Event Center last night.
Sebastian Espino, first pitch to him is hit a mile high in the air towards left down the line. It'll go out of play foul towards the general admission seats in left field. There's also an arm up and throwing in the Fisher Cats bullpen as well.
Ponce has gone 2 innings, so you would assume that his night is probably over.
Pitch from Leverett, and there for a called strike. It is Alejandro Molin up and throwing for Alejandro Malayon up and throwing for the Fisher Cats down the left field line in the bullpen. Not seen Leon yet this series. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss by Espino. And he is down on strikes for out number 2. So 2 outs in the top of the 6th, 13-6 Fisher Cats lead. PK Morris up to the dish for New Hampshire. He'll bat from the left side. Adam Leverett works with a man on first. So he's set to gone here in the 6th.
Ball got loose in the bullpen, so that was the stoppage in play.
Leverett back on the mound. Pitch clock begins the countdown from 18 with the man on base. Morris, the 9-man. Here's the pitch. On the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Morris tonight, a couple walks, a single, 2 runs scored out of that 9 spot. Here's the pitch. Down low for a ball, 1-1. Morris, who we mentioned, from Tampa, Florida, not too far from the Blue Jays single A affiliate, the Dunedin Blue Jays. Here's the 1-1. Down low for a ball, 2-1. Dunedin and the Clearwater Threshers squaring off this week. Yesterday, Clearwater fell 15-5 at Dunedin. Clearwater still, though, has the best record in the Florida State League at 22-8. That included a 13-game win streak. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball, off the glove of the catcher McDowell to go to the backstop. Clark to second. On what will presumably be a pass ball, 4th of the year for Max McDowell.
Yeah, I would assume that'll be a pass ball. It was a pitch that was up a little bit high, but certainly was not that far away that Max should not have cut the ball cleanly. May have been crossed up, but it will be a pass ball.
So 3-1 the count, 2 outs. Clark now in scoring position. Leverett, the righty, works against the lefty PK Morris. Here's the pitch. That's down low, ball 4. So Morris aboard for the 4th time tonight, 3rd time via base on balls. That'll swing things back to the top of the lineup for the 5th time tonight as Stuart Baroa steps on in. Baroa is 0 for 2 tonight. Strikeout, reach base via an error, hit by a pitch and walk. 3 runs scored tonight for Stuart Baroa. Here's the pitch, and time was called. Looked like it was called by McDowell.
Looked like that, yes. Max stood up.
The umpire pointed down, not at the batter, so indicating that Max McDowell, the catcher, called time. Pitch. Down low for a ball, counts 1-0.
So that's the 6th walk now surrendered by Phillies pitching tonight, go along with the 11 hits. Shaping up in a lot of ways, not quite as bad as Tuesday morning's debacle where they surrendered 11 walks and gave up 14 runs in total. But again, it is right now 13 for the Cats.
Here's the pitch. Just below the knees for a ball, 2-0.
Leverett looking in. He's a couple of the 2 of the last 3 pitches. He thought he had hit his spot and should have been a strike.
2-0. Swinging a ground ball to the right side, foul. Adam Leverett, who got the start in Tuesday's morning game, when an inning and 2/3, gave up 2 hits, 4 runs to earn. 2 walks, no strikeouts, earned the loss in that game. He's 0-1 on the season. Leverett also spent most of last year here in Reading. Missed about a month with right shoulder capsulitis from mid-May to mid-June. Here's the pitch. Inside corner for a called strike. Count goes to 2-2.
I would think they would love to see him at least get them through next inning, get them through the 7th, and then try to turn it over to the short guys to get the last 6 outs. Because again, if tomorrow is going to be a bullpen day, they're going to try to save as many arms as you can for tomorrow.
2-2, swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. And that'll retire the side in the 6th. Leverett does strike out the side. No runs on a hit. No errors and 2 left on base for the Fisher Cats. We will go to the bottom of the 6th. 13-6 Fisher Cats on the Our Phillies Radio Network.
The Reading Fightin' Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to the ball game every Sunday home game at FirstEnergy Stadium. Sundays are Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Golden Oaks Golf Club, PA Army National Guard, Culligan Water, Aspen Home Improvements, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $56 when purchased in advance. Join us for Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at all Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin' Phil's game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next Our Phil's game at Capital Blue Cross Funland.
Bottom of the 6th inning, 13-6 Fisher Cats as Max McDowell leads off against the new pitcher for New Hampshire, Alejandro Meleon.
22-year-old right-hander, born in Venezuela.
First pitch to McDowell is a ball.
Signed as a free agent, international free agent by the Blue Jays in 2017. Pitched at High A Vancouver and at New Hampshire a season ago.
Second pitch also a ball. Count goes 2-0 to McDowell.
Mix of starts and relief appearances a year ago. Made 8 starts in New Hampshire.
2-0 to McDowell in there for a called strike 2-1. Meleon overall this year. This is his 8th game, 1-0 with 3.71 ERA. 11 walks and 16 strikeouts over 17 innings pitched. Here's the pitch. McDowell nubs one foul past the first base coach's box, 2-2.
And they're putting him on first base. Max is taking the, well, it must have hit his hand. Don't know where it happened.
Thinking catcher's interference.
Catcher's interference had to be because he made contact. There it is. There's the signal from the home plate umpire Ethan Gorshak. I mean, catcher's interference on Phil Clark. His glove made contact with the bat on the swing by Max McDowell. Max was able to foul the pitch off. But now Cesar Martin, the manager for the Fisher Cats, is going to come out and either check on Phil Clark or argue the catch interference. I think they're going to bring the trainer with them. They're going to check
if you're checking on Clark, there's no way you can argue because he definitely got hit.
Right.
Which I feel like catcher's interference is one of the more unfortunate ones. You can get smacked in the hand as a catcher and you're still at fault.
Yep, for sure. So that's going to be an error. That goes as an error in the books. First error of the night for the Fisher Cats.
Just the second error charged this year to Phil Clark behind the dish as Wendell Rijo steps in from the right side. First pitch, there for a called strike 0-1. Gabriel Ponce went 2 innings, no runs, no hits, a walk and 2 strikeouts through 30 pitches, 17 of them for strikes. 0-1 to Rijo. Big swing and a miss, 0-2. Wendell Rijo 0 for 2 tonight, a pair of strikeouts. Bats with Max McDowell on first, nothing away in the bottom of the 6th. Oh-2. Down low for a ball, 1-2. Meleon still up in the count against Rijo as Garrett Whitley, the 9-hole hitter, stands in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch. That one smacked foul to third, past the third base coach's box. Count stays 1-2.
Fightin's bullpen is quiet, as we were saying in the last inning. Phil's hoping that Adam Leverett can at least get them through the 7th.
Fightin's down 7, looking to scratch and claw their way back. Bats have been kept quiet by the Fisher Cats bullpen. 1-2 to Rijo, drops in on the inside corner for a called strike 3. He disagreed with the call, but he is now down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. First punch out from Melion, and that'll bring Garrett Whitley, who's yet to reach tonight, 0 for 2 to the plate.
Phils have not gotten a whole lot out of their designated hitter spot over the course of the last 2 games. McCarthy Tatum last night was 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, and now Wendell Rijo 0 for 3 tonight, also with 3 strikeouts.
Garrett Whitley steps in, slightly open stance. First pitch, big swing and a miss on a curveball, 0-1. Whitley a couple of pop flies tonight, one to left, one to second. Counts 0-1. Here's the pitch. Down low for a ball, 1-1. Out west in Denver, Colorado, Philadelphia Phillies about to get underway against the Rockies, opening up a 3-game set. Walker gets a start for the Phillies tonight after looking good his last time out. 1-1. And therefore a called strike 1 and 2. Of course, as we mentioned, the president of baseball operations for the Phillies, Dave Dombrowski, not in Colorado, currently sitting in the 2nd row behind home plate at FirstEnergy Stadium. Taking in his 2nd game in as many nights for the Fightin' Phils. 1-2. Whitley, little jam shot, foul territory right side. In comes the first baseman Morris. He dives for it. Can't get to it, just in front of the warning track by the Fightin's dugout. The count will stay 1-2 with 1 out. Slade Dombrowski here, catching the Phillies number 3 and then number 2 prospect, respectively, the last 2 nights. Griff McGarry went 2 innings last night. Mick Abel went 3+ tonight. 1-2 the count to Whitley, the pitch. Inside as he'll scurry back out of the way. Counts 2-2.
It's just interesting watching him as he's there. A very gracious man. Engages everybody he talks to. Literally went around and talked to every player while they were in warm-ups when he arrived yesterday. Talked to each and every member of the coaching staff as well.
2-2. Whitley swings and misses. He's down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts for Melion, and that'll bring us back to the top of the line of Madison Stokes. But, yeah, Dave Dombrowski certainly not too big for anybody. He treats everybody from the manager of the R-Phils to last player on the bench, interns, front office members, treats them all the same. And it says a lot. Like my old adage is, you don't get far in sports if you're not a good person. And Dave Dombrowski certainly is the first pitch to Stokes in there for a called strike. Dave Dombrowski, like everyone in this Phillies organization, just great people.
Yeah, he certainly helped to change the complexion of this organization around tremendously when he became the president of baseball operations. No question about it. Tremendous hire.
Ground ball hit sharply towards third, and it's just foul inside the foul line in left field. The count to Stokes goes to 0-2.
In addition to being a pretty good guy, he's also been a pretty successful in his job as well. He's done a tremendous job in turning around the complexion of this baseball team. And obviously, the financial resources of John Middleton have helped that cause quite obviously as well.
Makes your job easy not to be handcuffed by that. 0-2 outside. Stokes held up on a swing. Counts 1-2. I mean, yeah, short time. Signed Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, Nick Castellanos, Hyan Walker, another one. Helped the Phillies to a National League championship last year. Expectations remain sky high this year. 1-2, swing and miss by Madison Stokes, and the R-Phils are struck out the side. So no runs, no hits. There was an error, and Max McDowell off that error is stranded at first. 2/3 the way home from Baseball Town. We'll go to the 7th, 13-6 Fisher Cats on the R-Phils Radio Network.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feasers supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feasers, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Be the first to know everything about your Red and Fightin' Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Insider email newsletter. Once you become a Baseball Town Insider, you will receive breaking news about Fightin's promotions, including giveaways and guest appearances, special events, exclusive offers, and discounts on tickets and merchandise, just for being a Baseball Town Insider. Visit
Top half of the 7th, 13-6 Fisher Cats. Bob, toss it back to you, and we'll see if the Fightins have some sort of a rally in them.
Adam Leverett back out to work here in the 7th. Came on with 2 outs in the 5th, got out of that. And he has retired every out he has recorded. The 4 outs he has recorded have all come by way of strikeouts, as Miguel Geraldo faces him leading off here in the top of the 7th. New Hampshire 13, Reading 6. Geraldo, part of the pregame, or the pre-fireworks, if you will. Fireworks to come tonight when this game ends. There have been plenty of them tonight. Double and an RBI in the 1st for Geraldo and a 3-run home run in the 5th. Big swing here, comes up empty, and now a 2 balls and 1 strike count for Miguel Geraldo. Will Robertson in the on-deck circle, Trevor Schwecke, the 3 due up for the Cats here in the 7th. 2-1 pitch from Leverett. Breaking ball is up just a bit, and now 3 balls and a strike. No one moving yet in the Phil's bullpen. 3-1 pitch, ripped foul and out of play. Headed towards the Cartech parking lot. No doubt has full of cars and a near capacity crowd here tonight. You look around and you'll see a few empty seats, but not a whole lot. Grandstands on both sides, third base side, first base side, full. Side of auto deck also full. Big swing and a miss here from Geraldo. And the strikeout barrage from Adam Leverett continues. That's his 5th. 1 out here in the 7th.
Yeah, there's been a bright spot tonight for the R Phils. It's certainly been the work of Adam Leverett. He's looked good since coming in relief of Braden Zarbniski a couple of frames ago.
That'll bring up Will Robertson, 2 for 4 on the night. 6 for 17 now in the series. And first pitch to him is way inside. A couple of singles for Robertson. That news in and of itself, in the sense that prior to tonight's game, Robertson, of his 14 hits on the year, 10 of them had been extra base hits, so he adds 2 singles on the mix tonight. He now has 6 hits in this series. One of the few Fisher Cats who have not scored a run in this game. 6 of the 9 New Hampshire players to this point have scored. 2 balls and no strikes to him right now, as Leverett will try to work his way back in the count. Chopper towards short. Madison Stokes has to wait back on it. In time, and plenty of time at first base for the out. 2 up and 2 down here in the 7th. First out recorded by Adam Leverett. That's not by way of strikeout, but he'll take that one as well, as Trevor Schwecke will step to the plate for the Cats.
Not the first time tonight the R Phils have gotten quick outs to start the inning, but it's been finishing the inning that has seemingly been a struggle point for the Fightins tonight.
That'll be Schwecke 2 for 3 on the night. He's been on base 3 times. So Schwecke on base 3 times tonight. And now in this series, he's been on 8 times. He did not play in last night's game. So 4 walks, 4 hits. Swing and a miss here, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike now on the breaking ball. Late swing by Schwecke, very defensive swing. 1 pitch. Checks his swing and a pitch low, about ankle high, and now 2 balls and a strike. That one's way outside. Now it's 3 balls and a strike. Jersey Mike's Subs always offers a sub above, providing their customers with delicious substance and substance. Including both warm and cold subs, Jersey Mike prides itself on fresh baked bread, fresh sliced meats, and fresh grilled sandwiches. As this one's over for a called strike. 2 convenient locations for Jersey Mike's, one on the 5th Street Highway and one in Broadcasting Square in Wyomissing. Jersey Mike's Subs, home of flavorful subs and quality, and a proud 2023 Fightin' Phil's team feed partner. Count now full on Trevor Schwecke. 2 outs, top half of the 7th. And that one's a bit low, ball 4. Second walk given up by Leverett. And as Jake said a moment ago, that 3rd out has proven to be a problem child for the Phils tonight. That'll turn things over to Aurelvis Martinez.
Yeah, it's felt inevitable tonight getting that 3rd out. And of all people to come up, it's Aurelvis Martinez, who has certainly exemplified the 3 true outcomes, well, 2 true outcomes tonight. 2 home runs, 2 strikeouts.
First pitch to him. Checks his swing and a pitch again on a breaking ball that's low. As I said a couple of times in this series, Aurelvis Martinez is a feast or famine kind of guy. It's exactly what he's done tonight. Feasted and famine. 2 home runs and 2 strikeouts. Big swing here. Comes up empty. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Got to give him a heavy dose of breaking balls and see if he can figure out how to hit a breaking ball out. You know he can hit a fastball a long way.
Andrew Schultz up and throwing in the Fightin' Phil's bullpen.
That one, he does come with a fastball and he jammed him. Martinez fouls it weakly down the 3rd baseline. So Martinez with 2 home runs tonight, 1 a 3-run home run and a 2-run home run. So he's got 5 home runs in this series. And now with his 5 RBIs tonight, 10 RBIs in the series. Big swing and a miss. He comes up empty here. That'll be strike 3, and Leverett gets himself another strikeout and a harmless inning as the Fisher Cats go without a hit, without a run, and no errors. 1 man left. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch time at FirstEnergy Stadium. It remains a 13-6 Fisher Cat advantage.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksareus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phils.
There's a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience filled with family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 21st through the 24th for the induction of Fred McGriff and Scott Rowland as the class of 2023. Visit baseballhall.org today for the entire schedule. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Savage 61 Fiesta Friday at the ballpark tonight. The Los Luchadores uniforms sported by the Phils. Visit Tim Providence. Savage 61, Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs. Or voted right up the street where we sit on Route 61 here in Reading. Carlos De La Cruz bats for the Phils to lead off here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Carlos with a 2-run home run in the first, 1 for 3 on the night. 1-0 pitch to him is trickled foul and down the third base line. 1 ball and 1 strike. Other 2 plate appearances for De La Cruz, ground outs to short. Carlos is batting average at .292 right now on the season with his home run 7 now on the year. His 2 RBIs give him 15 in total. 1-1 pitch to him is again low, ball 2. Carlos getting to start in center field tonight. Again with his good buddy Johan Rojas still not able to go tonight. Was out shagging fly balls. Was out lobbying in the clubhouse to be hitting with the starters in batting practice as a defensive swing by Carlos De La Cruz comes up empty. So we'll see if Johan can get himself ready to go tomorrow night. Be a big addition back into the Phil's lineup to get him back in the middle of things. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and swing and a miss, strike 3, and De La Cruz is a strikeout victim. That is 4 straight strikeouts retired now by Alejandro Meleon, since he came into the game. 1 out here in the 7th. And that will bring up Drew Ellis. First pitch to Ellis is a breaking ball for a called strike. Ellis has been on base twice. Doubled and scored in the first, walked and scored in the third, and flew out to right field in his other plate appearance, so officially 1 for 2 on the night. This one is fouled out of play, and Meleon gets ahead of him. No balls and 2 strikes. .2 pitch. Breaking ball that's in the dirt. Ellis lays off. Ethan Wilson in the on-deck circle for the Phils. Now Ellis will call time. As Jake said, Andrew Schultz continues to throw in the Phils bullpen. Fisher Cat bullpen is quiet for now. Meleon in charge. Misses again on a pitch. Now the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, last year for New Hampshire, Meleon was in 8 games, all of them starts, was 0-4 with a 5.10 earned run average. 2-2 pitch. Over for a called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Meleon here in the 7th. 2 down for Ethan Wilson.
Meleon and Leverett, both sides, the most recent relievers for each team, both looking really good.
So is this bullpen for the Fisher Cats. Gabriel Ponce with a 6-up, 6-down 4th and 5th inning. Now Meleon came in the 6th. The only one who has breached base at this point in time was Max McDowell, a catcher's interference. Ethan Wilson now batting, and he's behind 0 balls and 0 strike. Fouls the second one away, so quickly ahead of Wilson. No balls and 2 strikes. As I said, this Fisher Cat bullpen has been lights out of late. This one ripped down the right field line, hooking, and just foul into the Phil's bullpen. Ethan Wilson, who had a double earlier in this game, looking for another one here, but it just hooked foul. Cody Roberts, the backup catcher, warming up Andrew Schultz, had to get out of the way of that one as it was headed right towards him. Ethan Wilson will have to head back to the batter's box. Try it again. Ethan now 1 for 3 tonight with that double. 2 for 11 in the series. This one fouled out of play. Interesting to see the outfield playing Ethan Wilson. Center fielder Barola shades him towards the left field side of second base. And Will Robertson, the left fielder, also playing him away. Spino, the right fielder, plays him pretty well straight away. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the Phils go down 1-2-3. 6 strikeouts for Alejandro Meleon as the Phils are retired in order in the 7th. To the 8th we go when we come back to Baseball Town. Fisher Cats on top, 13-6.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that'll bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your visit today at baseballhall.org.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you're a youngster or an adult, there's no better birthday than a Fightin' Phil's birthday. The Fightin' Fan birthday package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $130. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
It is indeed Andrew Schultz who will come on now for the Fightin' Phils. Right-handed reliever will take over. Outstanding work tonight by Adam Leverett. Jake said a moment ago, an inning or so ago, one of the few bright spots for the Phils tonight was the work of Adam Leverett, as Luis De Los Santos will be the first to face Andrew Schultz. Phil Clark and Sebastian Espino, the others due up in this 8th inning for New Hampshire.
Andrew Schultz, 10th appearance, 0-3, 9 1/3 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts, 10 walks, 4 earned runs in 2/3 of an inning on Tuesday.
And this one driven into right center field, back and at the warning track, reaching up as Garrett Whitley will make the catch in front of the right center field wall at the Redners Event Center. De Los Santos drives into the warning track, but it's out number 1 here in the 8th.
You know, it's got to feel good for Adam Leverett after his struggles on Tuesday. He pitched the way he pitched tonight. 2 1/3 a hit, no runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. If our Phils don't come back tonight, which seems unlikely, the bright spot you can pull away from this game is the pitching of Adam Leverett, because you're going to need him to give you 2-3 strong innings at a time, and tonight you got that.
So Andrew Schultz now faces Phil Clark. Clark 1 for 4 on the night. Left-handed batter. This one lifted into center field. Carlos De La Cruz has it scoped out. He'll drift a couple steps back, makes the catch. 2 quick outs here in the 8th.
Well, I'll say the same thing I said last inning, because the record must have a little bit of a scratch in it, so it's going to repeat itself a little bit here. 2 quick outs, but can they get that 3rd out? You impressed that I used the broken record reference there?
Yeah, sure, why not? Absolutely. Let's see if they can change the pattern as Sebastian Espino steps to the plate. Espino, a walk and scored in the 2nd. Walked and scored, and scored in the 4th. So he's officially 1 for 3 on the night with a couple of runs scored. 0-1 pitch to him. He's over at the letters for a called strike 2. So Schultz trying to take Jake's terminology one step further. Now he's 1 strike away from getting out of an inning unblemished. Checks his swing. Espino turns, looks at the home plate umpire, said, please don't call that a strike, and he doesn't. So it's 1-2.
You asked nicely. Maybe he'll call it a ball.
Ethan Gorshak giving him the call he was looking for. 1-2 pitches way up high. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Espino kind of started to lean in a little bit, thinking he was going to get another breaking ball from Schultz, and Andrew instead comes with a high hard one at 96, and Espino says, oh, hold on a second, give me time now. I'm going to rethink this. Count's now even at 2-2. Checks his swing, and a foul tip that McDowell hangs on. Strike 3. And indeed, the Cats go 1, 2, 3 in the 8th. When we come back to Baseball Town, the Fightin's back to the plate. They got work to do. They're down 13-6.
Baseball fans, introducing Bally Live, the only app where minor league baseball fans can score major rewards. When you stream your favorite teams live, you'll score rewards. When you chat with friends during a watch party, you'll score rewards. And when you test your skills at trivia, you'll score rewards. Being a fan of minor leagues has never been so rewarding. So what are you waiting for? Download Bally Live for free from the app or Play Store and start scoring rewards today.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org and click Local Coalitions.
Baseball Town Charities is a nonprofit 501c3 charitable organization founded to keep baseball alive in Reading. Youngsters can benefit from the many life lessons the game can offer. Baseball Town Charities currently supports kids and adults with mental and physical disabilities through the Baseball Dream League. Baseball Town Charities also supports inner-city baseball development through the Rip It for Life program, which provides growth both on and off the baseball field. For more information, please visit baseballtown.org.
Matthew Kroon will lead it off for the Fightins here in the bottom of the 8th. Alejandro Meleon will stay out there for the Fisher Cats, and why not? He's retired 6 of the 7 batters he's faced, all by way of strikeouts. And Kroon, who is 1 for 2 tonight, doubled and drove in a run in the first, also drove in a run on a fielder's choice in the third. And takes this one for a called strike 2 at the letters. So with his 2 RBIs tonight, Matthew Kroon has now tied Ethan Wilson with a team high of 18. No balls and 2 strikes. And this one driven into right field for a base hit. So Matthew Kroon gets his 2nd hit of the night. 7th for the Phils. He's a leadoff base runner here in the 8th. I'll bring up Oliver Dunn.
Second baseman Oliver Dunn.
Oliver Dunn, 1 for 3 tonight, was a 2-run home run. Gave the Phils a 6-5 lead at the time. Unfortunately, Mick Abel and the pitching staff could not hold that lead. It's 13-6 Fisher Cats right now. As Dunn bats, 1 out here in the 8th. Ground out to short and a strikeout for Dunn in his other 2 at-bats tonight. Andrew Baker now begins to throw in the Phils bullpen. He'll probably pitch the 9th. Check swing by Dunn that's over for a called strike. Even in the count now, 1 ball and 1 strike. Matthew Kroon at least breaks up the dominance of Meleon for the time being by getting a base hit off of him. This one tapped in front of the plate. Meleon will have the only play, and he'll toss it to first in time to get Oliver Dunn. It will allow Matthew Kroon to move up. So it's basically a swinging bunt for Oliver Dunn, and Meleon only really had the 1 play. And with a 7-run lead, he's just looking for the out. Kroon moves up to second base now, as Max McDowell will bat. McDowell was the first one to face Meleon, and he got on by way of catcher's interference. And then the next 6 batters that Meleon faced, he struck them out. Now a word between Clark and Meleon with a runner at second base, perhaps changing the signals. McDowell 0 for 2 on the night. That catcher's interference, all struck out in his other 2 plate appearances. Taps this one foul and out of play. Max now 0 for 9 in the series. Began the season 0 for 13, and then finally started to find his groove a little bit. Kind of came to a halt here in this one. Late swing here on the 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Now he's behind in this one, no balls and 2 strikes. in, and now time called at the plate. As McDowell calls time, tired of waiting. Reset the pitch clock. Bounces that one up there. Good play by Clark. Keeps Kroon from moving up. Count now 1-2 to McDowell. Wendell Rijo waits on deck for the Fightins. Swing and a miss, strike 3. McDowell is down on strikes. 2 down now here in the 8th. 7th strikeout for Alejandro Meleon.
Meleon has looked excellent tonight. 7 strikeouts, has faced 10 batters total. Of the 8 outs he's gotten, 7 have been strikeouts. Where's he been all series for New Hampshire? Wait till you're up 13-6 to bring him in. Maybe he's going to work himself to a high leverage situation at some point.
That'll bring up Rijo, who struck out 3 times tonight. Takes this one for a called strike 1. Wendell has basically argued on just about every called strike he has seen in this game. Clearly, he and Ethan Gorsak, are not on the same page. And now Rijo, because of his arguing, calls timeout because Meleon was ready to deliver. So Wendell calls himself a timeout, where he composes himself. Matthew Kroon takes his lead off a second with 2 outs here in the 8th. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball that Rijo waves over the top of. Now it's no balls and 2 strikes. Called strike 3, and Meleon strikes out 2 more back-to-back to finish the 8th as the Phils in the 8th. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 man left. To the top of the 9th we go. Fisher Cats still on top, 13-6.
White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the Our Phils fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other Our Phils fans, see an Our Phils road game, meet with an Our Phils player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The White Star Our Phils road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the Our Phils in Altoona Thursday, meet with an Our Phils player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Fightins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star Our Phils fan road trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland. Space is very limited, so sign up today.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phils game ticket for only $21. This selection includes barbecue chicken and sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, cookies, and so much more. Drinks feature all Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL. Order online at ourphils.com or visit the Customers Bank ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
New pitcher for the Reading Fightin' Phils on the Alverna University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen will bring in Andrew Baker. Baker, the 23-year-old right-hander from Montgomery, Alabama, number 17 prospect in the Phillies organization. And pitching in front of Dave Dombrowski tonight. Certainly would like to show what he has to offer the Phils.
10th appearance, 0-1, a 6.30 ERA for Baker. 14 strikeouts, 5 walks in 10 innings pitched.
Fastball consistently topping the high 90s and sometimes plus as he starts the first one with 96 miles an hour. Also has a very good curveball. And he'll face P.K. Morris and then the top of the order for the Fisher Cats here in the 9th. First pitch from Baker misses up high. Back with a 1-0 pitch that's over for a called strike, and the triple digits show up on the radar gun in center field. 100 miles an hour from Baker. And the count now 1-1. There's the curveball that Morris lays off, and it's up high. Now it's 2 balls and a strike. Baker, an 11th round draft pick of the Phillies, 2021, out of Chipola Junior College in Florida. Born in Montgomery, Alabama. 2-1 pitch, big swing, no contact, as Morris cannot catch up to the 99-mile-an-hour heater.
Chipola, a very esteemed junior college in the Panhandle in Florida. Usually it's one of those spots that a lot of those top prospects will either reclassify in high school. That one's a ball inside. Baker thought it was strike 3, but now a lot of top prospects, like Bryce Harper, they will reclassify, or guys will go for a year, because when you go to junior college, you maintain your draft eligibility. Reds had a guy picked in the first round last year, Cam Collier.
This one flared into shallow left center field. Ethan Wilson will take charge and make the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, Cam Collier, who was a consensus first-round pick, ended up going in the teens last year. One of those guys, he reclassified, got his GED at 17 years old, went to Chipola for a year, and was able to get drafted in the first round. So it's one of those things where, you have to plan that. But, yeah, Chipola is one of those junior colleges that gets a lot of buzz like that.
That'll bring up the top of the order, and Stuart Baroa. Baroa has scored 3 runs tonight. Been on base 3 of the 5 times. The 2 times he has not, he has struck out. He's officially 0 for 3, however. He's hit by a pitch and walked, in addition to getting on base on an error. 1 ball and 1 strike now to him as Baker misses on the curveball. Even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Baroa, a switch hitter. Big swing, no contact, can't catch up to the fastball. Now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Miguel Geraldo waits on deck for the Fisher Cats. Now again, time called by the batter for New Hampshire as Baroa calls time. Crowd plentiful tonight here at FirstEnergy Stadium, and they're going nowhere because fireworks are coming. This one rolled on the right side. Oliver Dunn extends himself but cannot hold on. That will be a base hit by Baroa. Would have been a great play by Dunn even if he came up with it. And with Baroa coming out of the left-handed batter's box, would have been a tough play, but it's a base hit for Baroa. Hit number 12 on the night for the Cats.
You said 12 hits tonight. That is 1 shy of the season high allowed by Reading. 13, they've done it twice. Last time also came on Tuesday against New Hampshire. We're sensing a theme here.
And plus the 11 walks to go along with it on Tuesday. There's the pitch now to Geraldo. First pitch is over for a called strike. Miguel Geraldo, RBI double in the first, a 3-run home run in the 5th. Also drove in a run on a fielder's choice. He's driven in 5 of the Cats' 13 tonight. Tries to check his swing here and cannot. Good breaking ball there by Baker, and he's quickly ahead of Miguel Geraldo. No balls and 2 strikes. Phils will not hold Baroa on base as he takes his lead off of first with a 7-run lead. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball and a beauty, strike 3. And Geraldo could do nothing but turn and walk to the dugout.
Nice curveball by Andrew Baker there that Geraldo took looking and then gave a little swing after it. But I always say, I don't want to go down looking, always go down swinging. But Geraldo down on strikes. Baker's looked pretty good this inning. I mean, that's, like we said, the one base hit he gave up was, he induced the ground ball.
Then I'll bring up Will Robertson. Robertson 2 for 5 on the night. He'll line this one into the gap in the left center field, and that's going to roll all the way to the wall. Baroa rounding third, and he will come across with run number 14. An RBI double for Will Robertson. It's now a 14-6 game.
2-out struggles continue for Fightin Phil's pitching tonight as Baker gives up run number 14 of the night to New Hampshire, and so when it rains, it pours.
Second RBI of the night for Robertson, his 12th of the season. His 11th extra base hit of the season as well, now the 6th double. And he's on second base now with 2 outs for Trevor Schwecke. First pitch to Schwecke is the curveball, and it's a good one for a strike 1. Schwecke's been on base 4 of his 5 plate appearances tonight. A single, a double, and a couple of walks. hiding out of the cleanup spot. Tries to catch the curveball in the inside corner. This time it misses. And what Jake has been saying about the Phils tonight has been kind of a synopsis for Andrew Baker. He's looked good, but he's not been able to finish off innings, much like he did here. Could not get the Fisher Cats from scoring runs as Robertson gets the run across on the double. Now he's just trying to get out of any further damage here with Schwecke at the plate and Elvis Martinez in the on-deck circle. 2 balls and a strike now as Baker misses well outside on that pitch. Looks back at Robertson at second, delivers. Again with the curveball, and Schwecke holds up his swing, and so now the count is 3 balls and a strike. This one hit hard towards short. Madison Stokes up with it. He'll make the low throw, but Drew Ellis will make the catch, and that'll do it for the Cats in the 9th. But they put one more across. They do it on a couple of hits. They leave one. Fightin's to the plate for the bottom of the 9th. They trail 14-6.
Unlike any other area in FirstEnergy Stadium, the Savage 61 Dugout Suite puts you in the closest seat to the action on the field. Located just a few feet from the diamond on the first base side with covered seating, abilities of motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around. Your group will thank you over and over again for this one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite start at $27 and include options to add food and drink packages. The ProMax Fence Systems Foul Porch is an exclusive group experience. Located in our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks. In a festive atmosphere with a bird's-eye view of the visiting bullpen, regular season tickets are $34 for groups of 20 or more. Call us today at 610-370-BALL to reserve a spot for your group.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at FirstEnergy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action out of the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
To the bottom of the 9th we go, and the Phils will see a left-hander for the first time as 24-year-old left-hander Jimmy Burnett will come on to try to get the final 3 outs for the Fisher Cats. Hampshire's taken 2 of the first 3. They're 3 outs away from making that 3 out of 4. 9-hole hitter Garrett Whitley will lead it off for the Phils here in the 9th.
Jimmy Burnett, 10th game of the year. No decisions, a 3.72 ERA. 18 strikeouts, 6 walks, 9 2/3 innings pitched. He's their closer, 5 for 5 in saves. Not a save situation, but he hasn't thrown since the 7th against Harrisburg, so needs to get some work in.
Facing Garrett Whitley, and then the top of the order for the Phils, and the first pitch from Burnett is over for a called strike. Whitley 0 for 3 on the night. Now 1 for 12 in the series. Fouls this one out of play. Bottom half of the order for the Fightins over the course of the last 3 games has been very, very late in all of their swings. We're talking about the strikeouts. Max McDowell struck out 3 times tonight. Wendell Rehouse struck out 4 times tonight. Whitley, who struck out 3 times last night, struck out once tonight. Now he's in an 0-2 hole. Jimmy Burnett, originally from Chicago, Illinois. Played his college baseball at Division II St. Leo in Florida. Pitched at both Vancouver and New Hampshire a season ago. 0-2 pitch from him. Outside for a ball. Last year at New Hampshire, 28 games, all out of the bullpen. 4 saves for him, 4 wins as well with a 4.58 earned run average. 56 strikeouts and 37 1/3 innings pitched. 1-2 pitch, is way inside. Whitley checks his swing. 56 strikeouts, 25 walks, and 37 in the third innings for Jimmy Burnett after getting promoted from High A Vancouver. Appeared in 13 games for Vancouver a year ago. 2-2 pitch inside, and Whitley takes it for a ball, so now the count is full. An outstanding performance tonight so far from the Fisher Cat bullpen. Gabriel Ponce, who's in line for the win. Alejandro Meleon was even better. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Garrett Whitley is retired for the first out here in the ninth.
Whitley 0 for 4 tonight. Couple of strikeouts, couple of pop flies. Like you said, that bottom part of the lineup definitely struggling, especially when it comes to the being behind the ball aspect. With just 7-8-9 tonight, 0 for 12. The only base runner was McDowell reaching on the catcher's interference.
So that will bring up the top of the order in Madison Stokes. Stokes started off this game well, walked and scored in the first, singled in the second, but then has struck out in his last 2 at-bats. And Burnett misses the first one for a ball. Carlos De La Cruz waits in the on-deck circle for the Phils. Curveball that misses again. It's no more. It's 2-0. But the line for Alejandro Meleon. 3 innings, gave up 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts.
In 3 innings, too.
Struck out 8 of the 9 batters. And there's a late swing again by Madison Stokes, and now the count is 2 balls and a strike to him. The only out that was not a strikeout recorded by Meleon was the slow roller in front of home plate that Meleon fielded and then threw to first. So theoretically, he got everybody. This one is inside, and now it's 2-1. The only hard-hit ball off of Meleon in the 3 innings was the base hit by Matthew Kroon that led off the 8th. It's the only hit for the Phils since back in the 3rd inning. And Oliver Dunn put him ahead 6-5. Here's the foul ball by Stokes. He stays alive at 3-2. They got 6 runs off the starter, Sem Robersa. Ponce with 2 scoreless innings. Meleon with 3. And now Burnett trying to get the final 2 outs with 1 out here in the 9th. 3-2 pitch. Fouled away. Madison Stokes staying alive. There it is. On cue. Little Bee Gees to back up the staying alive.
Oh my, I always love when the music guy goes to staying alive when a guy stays alive with 2 strikes. It's so appropriate.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Fouled again. Staying alive.
Right on cue.
That was a bad song 40 years ago, but it still has playing power. Net, the lefty deals. Inside, ball 4. So Madison Stokes a base runner for the 3rd time. And that'll bring up Carlos De La Cruz. Carlos got off to a flying start with a 2-run bomb in the bottom half of the 1st inning. A couple of groundouts and a strikeout in his other 3 plate appearances. De La Cruz's home run hit off the top of the scoreboard here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Stokes, unattended to, will move up. That'll be defensive interference. Won't there be a stolen base for Stokes as he moves up to second base. The pitch to De La Cruz was low for a ball. Drew Ellis in the on-deck circle for the Phils. 1 out here in the 9th. Now time is called. It's Clark and Burnett want to chat.
Closing in on about a 3-hour game, which is definitely a rarity nowadays with the pitch clock, but when teams combine for 20 runs and 20 hits, that's usually the case. But still, 3 hours for a game that has 20 runs is still pretty good.
1 ball, no strikes now to Carlos De La Cruz. Way inside, ball 2. In addition to which we had several visits to the mound over the course of the first couple innings with the 2 young pitchers, Mick Abel for the Phils and Sem Robersa for the Fisher Cats, both running into a lot of troubles. 2-0 pitch. Broke his bat, slow roller to short. De Los Santos off balance throw, but it's right on the money for out number 2. Madison Stokes cannot move up. He stays put at second base.
So there's something that won't go in the box score, but hopefully it caught the eye of Dave Dombrowski of one of his top prospects, De La Cruz. You're down 8 runs, there's 1 out, 9th inning. De La Cruz busting it down the line off that slow roller. Goes to show the character of a guy like him and just this team as a whole. You're down by 8 and you're still busting it down the line.
That'll bring up Drew Ellis. Ellis on base twice tonight as well. Doubled and scored in the first, walked and scored in the third. That's when the Phils were at their finest. But the third inning was kind of the peak for the Phils. And Ellis flew out and struck out in his other plate appearances. Officially 1 for 3 on the night. Now batting at .258 in his time in a Fightin's uniform. And he's ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Facing left-handed pitcher Jimmy Burnett. That one's way up high and it bounces off the mitt of Clark and rolls to the backstop. That will allow Madison Stokes to move to third base now. Rule that a pass ball. So Ellis sits on a 3-0 pitch coming up. Ellis 5 for 12 in a Phil's uniform. Takes all the way for a called strike 1. And that's low ball 4. So Ellis becomes the second base runner in the inning, both of them by way of walks. 2 on now at the corners for Ethan Wilson.
Wilson, who's 1 for 4 tonight with a double. Tonight's Sheets RBI guy. See if maybe win the fans some sheets before the fireworks display tonight, as we're going to get a mound visit here from the pitching coach, Drew Hayes.
What could Drew Hayes possibly say to Jimmy Burnett? You're up 14-6 with 2 outs in the 9th inning.
Probably exactly that.
Exactly that.
Hey, you're good. Just relax. No strikes.
Could you have yelled that to him from the dugout with 2 outs in the 9th inning of an 8-run game?
No, you never know.
The fans want to see fireworks.
And they saw plenty of fireworks with the bats tonight, 20 combined runs.
They have indeed. It's be a good spot, though, for Ethan Wilson. You're looking for some carryover here. You're looking for some character, as you mentioned, with Carlos De La Cruz. Maybe some carryover. Still 2 more games left in this series. Tomorrow night, 6:45. Sunday night at 5:15. As Wilson takes the first pitch from the lefty for a called strike 1. Wilson 1 for 4 on the night. Couple of strikeouts, a double, and a pop-up to the catcher. So 1 solid at bat in 4 attempts so far for Ethan Wilson tonight. Ellis will take off. Breaking ball is outside, so Drew Ellis will move up to second base again on defensive indifference. Phils would like to see Ethan Wilson get hot again. That one's way up high, and it's 2-1.
Wilson, of course, the reigning Eastern League Player of the Week after a terrific week on the road at Hartford.
Just 2 for 12 so far in this series with the double tonight. Weak swing there at a breaking ball, fooled badly by it. Now the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Wilson last week 12 for 25, 3 home runs, 11 RBI, also scored 7 runs.
Now the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stays alive with the foul ball back to the backstop. Over for a called strike 3, and that'll do it for the Fightins. They go in the 9th without a run, no hits. They leave 2, and the New Hampshire Fisher Cats take game 4 of the series with another convincing victory. The final score, the Cats 14, the Phils 6. Take a timeout. Back with our post-game show when we return on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network. Welcome back to our post-game show where the Reading Fightin' Phils drop another decision to the New Hampshire Fisher Cats by a final score of 14-6. We began this game talking about the two talented young pitchers who are going to face one another in Sam Robersa and Mick Abel. Abel, the number 2 prospect in the Phils organization, just 21 years of age. Robersa, the number 7 prospect in the Toronto Blue Jays organization, also just 21 years of age. But it was far from a pitcher's duel. Abel had control issues early on. He walked Stuart Baroa to start, and Miguel Geraldo plated him with a double. And then another walk to Trevor Schwecke and a 3-run home run for Arelvis Martinez, with the Cats on top 4-0 after the top half of the first inning. But the Phils came right back. Madison Stokes led it off for a walk. Then Carlos De La Cruz bounced one off the top of the scoreboard in left center field for a 2-run home run, his 7th of the year. And then a double by Drew Ellis and another double by Matthew Kroon plated him. And it made it a 4-3 game. Cats came back with another single run in the second, and again it was a leadoff walk that comes around to score, eventually on an RBI single for Will Robertson. That made it a 5-3 game, and then the Phils turned it into their advantage. In the third, Drew Ellis led it off with a walk. Ethan Wilson then doubled. A fielder's choice ground ball by Matthew Kroon to shortstop Luis De Los Santos allowed Ellis to score, gives Kroon an RBI. He was safe at first as they threw out Ethan Wilson going to third base. So with Matthew Kroon at first and one down, Oliver Dunn launched one into left center field for a 2-run home run, and the Phils had the lead at 6-5. And after a 1-2-3 inning, you were hoping that maybe Mick Abel had settled down a little bit, but the bats of the Fisher Cats came alive in the fourth. Sebastian Espino began the inning with a single, batting out of the 8-hole, then a walk to P.K. Morris, the 5th of the night for Mick Abel, put 2 on with nobody out. Then top of the order, Stuart Baroa was hit by a pitch to load the bases. A fielder's choice and a ground out by Geraldo plated 1 run to tie the game at 6-6. And then a 2-run double by Trevor Schwecke made it 8-6. And then here comes that man again, Arelvis Martinez, with a 2-run home run. And that led to a 5-run inning for the Cats. And it made it a 10-6 game. New Hampshire, however, was not done by any means, as they did more damage in the 5th. And again, it was the long ball. This time it was a 3-run home run from Miguel Geraldo that made it a 13-6 advantage, and then eventually another run by the Cats in the top half of the 9th inning put a little bit more icing on the cake and a victory for New Hampshire. Lost in all this, or should not be lost in all this, for New Hampshire was an outstanding job by their bullpen, which again does not give up a run and had to go 6 innings in order to make that happen. If there's any blemish at all, it was on the 2 walks surrendered by Jimmy Burnett in the 9th inning, but ultimately no runs scored. Gabriel Ponce, Alejandro Meleon, and Jimmy Burnett combined to go 6 innings. They gave up 1 hit, no runs, 3 walks, and 10 strikeouts. 8 of those 10 coming from Meleon, who went 3 innings and struck out 8 of the 9 batters he faced to get his team to the 9th and keep Reading's bats silent from the 3rd inning on. When it's all said and done, the numbers for New Hampshire: 14 runs on 13 hits. They committed 1 error. They left 8 men on base. For Reading, 6 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base. Gabriel Ponce will get the win. Mick Abel will take the loss. He now drops to 2-2 on the season. Time of the game, 2 hours and 57 minutes. Played in front of the largest crowd of the season so far here in Baseball Town. 8,213, the official crowd here at FirstEnergy Stadium for Fiesta Friday fireworks about to get underway here at the ballpark. So this has been a great homestand so far. Tuesday morning game was the largest crowd to date with 7,452, and tonight's Friday night tops that with 8,213. So the Phils and the Cats will be back at it tomorrow night. 6:45 is our start time. The Tompkins Plaza opens up at 4:45. We'll be out there around 5 o'clock for our pregame show. And we'll have that pregame show for you live in the plaza. And you can also watch it live on Facebook Live. And you can hear it live on our pregame show when that begins at 6:30 with the first pitch at 6:45. As of now, the pitching matchup is a bit unsettled for tomorrow. Nick Fraze will get the start for the Fisher Cats. And right now it is scheduled as TBA for the Phils. Josh Hendrickson is scheduled to get the start on Sunday at 5:15, but it will appear as if it will be a bullpen game tomorrow for the Fightin' Phils, so we'll see how that one shakes out. But again, unfortunate situation tonight in the sense that Mick Abel was not able to get the job done. Went just 3 2/3 innings, gave up 5 hits, 9 runs, walked 5, and struck out 4. He also hit a batter as well, and that kind of put the Phils behind the 8 ball. Braden Zarniski also gave up 4 runs, only 1 of them earned. But then from that point forward, Adam Leverett did a great job for the Phils out of the pen. 2 1/3 inning, gave up a hit, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. A solid inning as well for Andrew Schultz in relief for the Phils. But the Fisher Cats pick up the W. They go to 16-14 and assure themselves at least of a split in this 6-game series. Reading falls to 11-19 and now still has 2 games left to go in this series to try and salvage the split. That will do it for our broadcast. As always, for my colleague in the broadcast booth, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Thank you, as always, for listening to Reading Fightin' Phils Baseball. We'll hope to have you here tomorrow night, whether it be with us here on the radio or we hope to see you at the ballpark. In the meantime, have a great night, everyone. Thanks for listening.